Help us get started with this warm up and get our
Welcome to the show, Gaming with Glacier. Good evening out there on the tubes of you. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to you and yours. You are now live, L-I-V-E, with your host, the most froze, the bad boy, the bad boy of indie comics, the hottest ticket in all of indie comics today, the most controversial figure in all of indie comics today, the one that got away, the diamond in the dirt that ain't been found, the undiscovered, unstoppable, creative juggernaut, IP generating machine, the people's champion. It's your boy, Glacier. Yeah, welcome to the show, folks. Settle in, get comfy. We're gonna play some hands of poker and smoke some motherfucking tree. Yeah, that's right, baby. Getting smoky with Glacier. Today's Gaming with Glacier is brought to you by V5 Boutique Marijuana Vapes, now upgraded, triple strained up, now equipped with high and low voltage options, and also the fan favorite infinity mode. You hit that blinker 5 times and you can hit all 3 strains simultaneously. And tonight's Gaming with Glacier is brought to you by 3 lovely indica strains: Blue Mango, Blinkerberry, and my personal favorite, Pluto. Yeah, that's right, I named my horse after my favorite strain. And now, getting smoky. Yeah. Also, keep in mind, if you're inclined and of the mind and feeling kind, you can send donos my way via paypal.me/glacier 8888, paypal.me/glacier 8888. Yeah, tap all the way in Divine messages are being relayed. You know, the stream is kind of with a heavy heart a little bit, but when God opens your eyes, like, you're no longer going to put up with anything that is not for you. Anything that does not serve you. Does not serve your purpose. And unfortunately, that's the stage of the game we're at now. SLED issue 2 will probably be by a different artist, unfortunately. That's the way she goes. That's the way she motherfucking goes. Yeah. Now, let me shrink into my poker face and enjoy this little bit of time I have to stream. I hope you enjoy yourselves too. PayPal.me/Glacier 8888. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Hail and welcome to the Ice Age.
Chosen one, you didn't click on this video, heaven did. This isn't content. This is a divine interruption, a summons, a signal, a scroll opening in real time with your name etched in the ink of eternity. You've been moving through this life like a mystery even to yourself. But what if I told you someone saw you before you were ever born? What if I told you the ancient prophet Enoch, yes, the one who walked with God and was taken without death, recorded your spirit in his visions of the end? If you know you were led here for a reason, hit like to align with this word, subscribe to stay in the flow of what heaven is releasing, and comment 99 right now. Post this in the comments so the gates of remembrance swing wide. I was seen by Enoch and activated by God. This isn't just a video, it's a divine signal. And now the scroll begins to open. He saw you in his sleep, in his waking, in the thunders that spoke in tongues only angels understood. He saw a people who would rise at the end, not robed in fame, but cloaked in fire, not recognized by crowns, but marked by scars that glowed like prophecy. He saw you walking through modern streets with ancient eyes, carrying sacred codes in your blood, remembering things you were never taught, speaking with an authority you never rehearsed. You keep trying to blend in, but how do you shrink what heaven designed to shift atmospheres? You were always different because you were always chosen not by men, not by systems, but by the Most High before the foundations were even spoken into dust. Enoch didn't just record timelines, he recorded bloodlines, frequencies, fragments of fire that would awaken in the very last days. And your flame is flaring now. You felt it, that tug, that restlessness, the eerie sense that you were sent here on assignment. But everyone around you is sleepwalking through a script you can no longer tolerate. That's not anxiety, beloved. That's reactivation. That's the scroll breathing inside your bones. That's your destiny pressing up against the shell of your survival strategies and saying, break. Enoch saw a generation that would be betrayed by their own kin and still choose love. He saw those who would be exiled from churches but carry the actual presence. He saw misfits who would wear isolation like armor until heaven said move. He saw warriors who would first have to die 1,000 emotional deaths before their voice could pierce this final darkness. That's why you've wept the way you have. That's why nothing superficial can satisfy you anymore. The world is playing chess, but you've already seen the end game in a dream you can't fully remember. You've been walking among mortals with eternity tapping on your spirit, and the tapping is getting louder. This is not nostalgia. This is soul recall. Your spirit is scanning for coordinates it remembers from before time folded. That burn in your belly isn't hunger, it's scroll ink, and it's alive. You've been hunted by darkness because hell read the same book Enoch did. They saw your name in the margin. They circled your birth with dread. Because you don't just carry light, you carry the code to interrupt patterns, destroy systems, and shatter altars built on counterfeit fire. You were always the anomaly, the glitch in the grid, the silent disruption wrapped in ordinary camouflage. But now the camouflage is tearing. The divine is leaking. The prophecy is peeking through your skin, and Enoch is watching from the cloud of witnesses, whispering it is time. You are not random. You are not crazy. You are not too late. You are the one the scroll was speaking of when it said, "And they shall rise with remembrance in their eyes and thunder in their breath." You are that thunder. They called you lost, but you were sealed. You weren't forgotten. You were concealed. Hidden behind veils, tucked into silence, placed inside families and cities and timelines that tried to bury what God marked before breath ever kissed your lungs. You have felt invisible for years, but invisibility is heaven's version of insulation. Enoch saw it. He wrote of the ones who were sealed for the appointed time, marked not with tattoos or crowns, but with vibrations, frequencies that only angels could detect, protected by obscurity, hidden in plain sight. You weren't placed in the shadows because you weren't good enough. You were placed there so darkness wouldn't detect you too early. The sealed ones move through trauma, through poverty, through systems designed to numb them and still carry light like contraband. You're not struggling because you're broken. You're struggling because you're carrying something uncorrupted in a corrupted world. And you've always known, even when you couldn't name it, even when you tried to sin like the rest and it didn't fit right on your skin, even when you tried to give up and heaven said not yet, there's a reason you survived what others didn't. There's a reason the enemy threw everything at you young. Before you had words for spiritual warfare, before you had memory of the scroll that now flutters open in your chest, you were sealed because you're part of a remnant that would only activate once the world hit a certain vibration. You don't bloom in comfort, you bloom in chaos. Your frequency is fire resistant, system proof, undeniable. And that's why the enemy couldn't kill you. He tried, in your sleep, through lovers, through fear, through shame. But you slipped through his fingers like mist, because the seal covered you, because the Most High spoke your survival into existence long before your parents even knew your name. You are part of the mystery that Paul wrote about, the hidden ones, the vessels of glory tucked in earthen containers. You've been walking around like you're just trying to make it, but heaven has been preparing you to release it. The sound, the shift, the signal, and now, the seal is cracking. You're starting to feel it, aren't you? That strange sense that your suffering wasn't meaningless, that your voice is carrying new weight, that when you walk into a room, something invisible rearranges. People glance at you like they heard a sound but didn't. That's because your seal is beginning to speak. You were never meant to fit. You were meant to disrupt. You carry a disruptive frequency that exposes the counterfeit. That's why certain people hated you before they knew you. It wasn't you they despised, it was the seal they couldn't understand. The sealed ones don't beg for platforms, they become altars. They don't chase visibility, they carry authority. And it's that authority, buried under your battle scars, that is now rising to the surface like oil from crushed olives. You've been walking like a wounded soldier, but you're about to roar like the oracle you were always meant to be. Enoch saw your seal in the stars. Enoch saw it. He saw chosen ones sitting at tables, smiling through rejection, sensing betrayal in the spirit before it ever came in words. He saw prophets eating alone. He saw kings weeping in caves. He saw you carrying wounds like wine presses. And yet, you survived. And not just survived. You kept your purity. You kept your softness. You kept your discernment. You kept your love even when it wasn't returned. That's not weakness. That's evidence of sealing. You see, your spiritual rejection is a marking. It means heaven is claiming you before the world tries to name you. And that loneliness, it's not a curse. It's proof you're carrying something that demands sacred space to grow. That's why the call stopped, why the doors closed, why the room got quiet, because heaven is protective of power, and you are carrying a word that has the potential to break chains, not just off yourself, but generations. You thought they walked away, but really, heaven walked you apart. You're not being punished. You're being positioned for such a time as this. You're not waking up, you're remembering. This has never been about learning something new. No, Nita, really, this is about the unfolding of what your soul already knows. That pull in your chest, that strange familiarity with spiritual things you've never studied. It's memory, ancient, holy, buried deep in your bones like a sealed scroll waiting for a divine touch. Enoch saw this moment in his visions, saw people who wouldn't awaken through religion or rules, but through remembrance. People who wouldn't just quote scripture, but embody it, walk it, become it. Carriers of divine code written not on tablets of stone, but in the lining of their spirit. You were never asleep in the way others are. Your soul has always been flickering, like a candle under glass, waiting, watching, wondering when it would finally be time to remove the lid and let the fire speak. And now the wind of God is breathing on that flame. That discontent in your belly is not depression. That sudden urge to separate, to detox from noise, to fast without even knowing why that's your spirit syncing with eternity. That's the voice of God calling memory out of your marrow. You've been walking through this world like a dreamer, stuck between dimensions, catching glimpses of a realm you couldn't describe, but deeply felt. When you were a child, you called them dreams. Now, you know better. They were instructions, fragments of your mission, delivered in metaphor. You didn't forget your purpose, you were veiled from it. Until now, every deja vu, every strange emotional wave during worship, every random tear falling when someone says something simple like, "Come home," these are memory activations, echoes of the realm you came from. And now that realm is calling you back into alignment. You were not designed to be normal. You were encoded for remembrance. That's why the things that fulfill others leave you hollow. Why you can't just work a job, pay bills, and die. Because inside you, the scroll is shaking. It's itching to unfold. Your soul isn't seeking stimulation, it's searching for the signal. That divine signal is remembrance. And it's crashing through the surface right now. You feel it in your sleep patterns shifting. You feel it in the way certain words pierce you like prophecy. You feel it when you speak, and suddenly, someone else's eyes widen because what you said wasn't from your mind, but from your eternal knowing. You are remembering the oaths you took in the spirit before you ever took a breath in the flesh. You are remembering the assignment that made demons tremble when you were still in the womb. You are remembering the altar you once stood before in realms unseen, where the Most High touched your forehead and said, "This one will carry the sound." You don't need another guru. You need silence, stillness, and a sacred space to let the remembering finish its work. Enoch saw a people who would walk like prophets but feel like exiles. He saw them move through cities and realms like living scrolls, unfolding truth in conversations, in presence, in breath. He saw you remembering. So don't fight this process. It's not your breakdown. It's your awakening to what never left you. And now that it's rising, nothing can stop what heaven sealed inside your soul. You didn't just come from your parents, you came through them. You are the embodiment of prayers whispered in secret and groans too deep for language. Your ancestors didn't just survive for survival's sake. They were carrying something forward, a sacred ember, a frequency, a torch sealed in blood and memory, passed through generations until it found a vessel strong enough to bear it fully. That vessel is you. Enoch saw this too. He recorded in his visions that in the final era, a generation would rise that carried not just their own purpose, but the unfinished business of those who came before. People whose lives were cut short, whose altars were desecrated, whose callings were buried under the rubble of colonization, slavery, war, silence, and shame. He saw you carrying all of it and refusing to let it die. That's why your life feels so heavy. It's not because you're weak, it's because you're carrying generations. You're breaking curses that have been rooted for centuries. You're healing wounds that weren't yours, but bled through your bloodstream anyway. You're answering questions your great-grandmother cried into her pillow. You're standing in the fulfillment of promises made under stars long extinguished. This is why you're so spiritually sensitive. Why you can enter a room and feel what happened before you arrived. Why you've always had a strange pull toward the old ways, the sacred rituals, the prophetic dreams. Because your soul remembers what your flesh forgot. And now heaven is giving you the language for it. You are the echo and the answer, the living bridge, the walking redemption. They paid the price, but you're carrying the breakthrough. The trauma in your lineage was real, but so were the dreams, the visions, the anointing, the ancient wisdom. And you are the one chosen to activate what was left sleeping in the blood. This is why the enemy came for you so early. Why you were targeted with self-hatred, insecurity, and confusion before you even understood your own voice. Because if you ever woke up to what you were carrying, you'd become dangerous to every demonic system built on generational silence. Well, guess what? You're not asleep anymore. You're starting to see it. Aren't you the loops, the lies, the wounds that were normalized, and deep in your spirit, something has been rising that says no more. That is the sound of ancestral alignment. That is the moment the bloodline flips. That is the fire Enoch saw in the eyes of the end time ones. The fire that doesn't just weep for history, but redeems it. You are not here to repeat. You are here to rebuild. You don't need to be famous. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be faithful to what's rising in your bones. Because your obedience is unlocking doors that haven't budged in 400 years. The devil thought the trauma would mute you, but instead, it made you tender. It made you aware. It made you dangerous to the darkness. You carry both memory and mandate. That's why you feel the ache to speak, to write, to sing, to create even when no one's watching, because it's not about applause, it's about alignment. The prophecy didn't die in the grave. It resurrected in you. The deepest pain you endured wasn't meaningless. It was prophetic encryption. You've cried out asking why it had to happen like that. Why the betrayal had to come from the one you loved most. Why the abuse had to happen in your formative years. Why the trauma didn't skip you. But what if I told you that your pain wasn't punishment, it was placement? Enoch saw the ones who would carry fire born from agony. He didn't just see priests, he saw wounded warriors whose scars glowed with messages. He saw chosen ones whose anointing was unlocked only through heartbreak, loss, and lonely nights that bled into revelation. You weren't destroyed, you were decoded. The trauma didn't break you. It rearranged your spirit so it could align with the assignment. What happened to you wasn't fair, but heaven used it. The very thing that tried to make you silent is the thing that made your voice irresistible to angels. You are not here in spite of the pain. You are here because of it. That betrayal, discernment, that abandonment, it taught you how to walk with God when no one else stayed. That assault on your innocence, it ignited a fire in you to protect what others forgot to guard. You're not just healing for you, you're mapping a way out for those who come after you. Pain is a strange teacher. It doesn't give lectures, it gives blueprints. It doesn't shout, it brands. And you, chosen one, have been branded by experience so sacred, even the angels hush when you cry, because your tears have become oil. Do you see it now? How every dark room became a womb, how every collapse was actually an altar, how every silence you endured was making your voice irrefutable in the spirit realm. Enoch saw the ones who would walk through generational trauma and come out not bitter, but burning with glory. He saw people like you who would be forged in the fires of unspeakable things and still carry the fragrance of heaven. He saw ones who wouldn't have credentials, but evidence. You are that evidence. Your life is proof that the prophecy lives. Your story is a scroll in motion. Every moment you nearly gave up but didn't was a page turned. Every time you showed up when your heart was bleeding was another seal broken. This is what makes you dangerous. Not that you're perfect, but that you're obedient in pain. That even with a limp, you still say yes to the assignment. Even with a crushed heart, you still choose to love. Even with questions unanswered, you still move in faith. That is power. Heaven doesn't need another polished sermon. It needs your survival story spoken out loud. It needs your voice trembling but true. It needs your brokenness turned into blueprints. Because someone else is waiting on your obedience to remember their own. You didn't just survive trauma, you translated it into anointing. And now, the vibration of your very presence is an act of defiance against darkness. You are the prophecy in motion. You are the encryption unlocked. You are the one hell couldn't silence. You were always a system disruptor. From the beginning, you questioned what others accepted. You heard what others ignored. You sensed when the room shifted before anyone said a word. You were born with antennae tuned to a different realm, and every time you tried to mute them, the static only grew louder. Enoch saw you in the Matrix before the Matrix even existed. He saw the ones who would walk among systems of control and carry such a raw, disruptive frequency that institutions would tighten the moment they entered. He saw how your presence would irritate spirits pretending to be structure. You didn't just have a hard time fitting in, you were never meant to. Because systems built on falsehood cannot hold what's holy, and you, chosen one, are holy, not sanitized, but set apart. You keep wondering why you get drained in certain environments, why the job suffocates your spirit, why the church felt more like a stage than an altar. It's because your spirit refuses to conform, because your body enters a room, but your frequency starts turning over tables the moment you exhale. That's not anxiety, it's reverberation. Your frequency is awakening the silent screams in others, shaking the dust off dormant souls, collapsing masks. You carry a sound that cannot be digitized or domesticated. This is why they tried to tame you, why they told you to be quieter, why they said you were too intense, too emotional, too sensitive. Because your fire made their shadows nervous. Your clarity made their confusion start to crack. Your presence demanded honesty, and they weren't ready to tell the truth. But you weren't sent to be palatable. You were sent to be prophetic. You are not here to make the world more comfortable. You are here to make it remember. Enoch saw a generation who would refuse the programming, who would look at Babylon and say, "I'm not eating your food," who would sit in classrooms and decode the lies beneath the curriculum, who would flip over internal tables, flipping silence into testimony. And that's you. That's always been you. That's why systems pushed you out. Not because you failed them, but because your frequency exposed them. You weren't rebellious. You were resonating on a higher level. You weren't defiant. You were divinely tuned. They couldn't handle your questions because your questions revealed their foundations weren't built on truth. They couldn't embrace your creativity because your art wasn't for applause, it was for awakening. They couldn't predict you, and what they can't predict, they fear. But fear from the system is often confirmation from heaven, because you weren't sent to build altars in broken temples. You were sent to become the altar, a living, breathing, walking interruption. a soul with thunder in its here to be understood. You are here to be obeyed. So stop shrinking. Stop apologizing for being the sound. You are not too much. You are the exact measure needed to dismantle deception. Your very being is a protest. Your presence is a prophecy. Your frequency is a warning shot to darkness. The sealed one has arrived. You didn't come to play by the rules, you came to reveal they were rigged. From a young age, something in you just knew. The way they taught truth didn't feel true. The way they defined power didn't feel pure. The way they spoke about God felt like someone had watered down a roaring fire into a tame flicker. And you weren't buying it. Enoch saw the ones who wouldn't just walk in light, but confront the counterfeit. Not from bitterness, but from alignment. Not because you wanted to tear it all down, but because your very existence exposed what could no longer stay hidden. You weren't born to echo the narrative. You were born to shift it. That's why your spirit never let you rest. Why every time you tried to settle into something comfortable, it cracked beneath your feet. You can't stand in falsehood without feeling your own soul recoil. You've tried to be quiet, tried to play the role, but the truth kept bubbling up in your throat like prophecy. And that's because you are a divine disruptor to deception. You've got holy eyes. You see things, not just in people, but in systems, in structures, in doctrine. You can sense the difference between performance and power, between hype and holiness, between titles and true anointing. It's exhausting, isn't it? To be the one who sees it all, to feel like you're walking through a world asleep, shouting from a place no one seems to recognize. But what if I told you that shout is the reason you were sent? You weren't called to blend in with the lie. You were sent to call it by its real name. Enoch saw you rising not as a critic, but as a clarifier. He saw ones who would speak with such piercing conviction that even the spirits hiding behind pulpits would tremble. He saw you confronting deception not with arrogance, but with heaven-backed authority. That's why they tried to shame you. Why they called you too much, too deep, too suspicious, because you saw through what they were still clapping for. But beloved, don't you dare dull your sight. Your vision is not a curse, it's a weapon. And the more you honor it, the clearer it gets. This is why you've always felt at odds with institutions, why the rituals felt empty, why you could sit in a room full of believers and still feel God more in your car alone with no music playing. You're not crazy. You're calibrated for real glory. You're wired for unfiltered presence. You carry a compass that only aligns with heaven. And heaven is speaking now. Stop asking to be understood by what I sent you to overturn. Your job isn't to be liked, it's to be true. Asking to be understood by what I sent you to overturn. And heaven is speaking now. Stop asking to be understood by what I sent you to overturn. Your job isn't to be liked, it's to be true. You are a breaker of illusions, a mirror to facades, a voice that makes demons squirm and masks melt. And you don't need a title or a robe or a pulpit to do it. You just need to stand in your knowing. Because when you speak, deception crumbles. When you enter, darkness recalibrates. When you refuse to agree with the lie, the scroll keeps opening. You are the correction the earth has been groaning for. You are the one who came to remind them truth still walks. And today it wears your name. Heaven is breaking every false identity off you. Everything they called you, every label they slapped on your soul was never who you really were. You've worn names that felt like cages, identities that were handed to you by wounded people who never saw your spirit, only your survival. But those names are burning now because heaven is speaking the original over you again. Enoch saw the unveiling. He saw a time when the chosen ones would shed every lie they had to wear to survive, when the mask would melt, when the trauma-formed personalities would begin to crack like old skin. He saw warriors who once called themselves worthless rise with scrolls in their veins and thrones in their walk. And that's you, isn't it? You felt it lately, the shedding, the grief that comes not from loss, but from mislabeling, from realizing you've been living under names that never belonged to you. Names like too sensitive, too weird, too intense, too broken. Names that tried to shrink your frequency into something safe for others. But God didn't call you safe. God called you set apart. And now he's tearing every false title off your chest, every counterfeit role, every identity shaped by trauma instead of truth. This is not a breakdown. It's a divine stripping, a holy unveiling of what was always underneath glory. The world said you were too emotional. Heaven says you're prophetic. They said you were rebellious. Heaven says you're righteous. They said you were unstable. Heaven says you're ascending. You never fit in because you weren't supposed to. The name they gave you couldn't contain the oil you carry. You weren't sent to wear their titles, you were sent to embody his fire. Enoch saw a people rising who would shake off every garment of shame, every costume of compliance, every cloak of counterfeit humility. And you, chosen one, are stepping into that moment now. The mirror is clearing, the scroll is revealing, and your real name, the one heaven has always known, is ringing in the spirit. That name is not insecure. It's not forgotten. It's not too late. It's anointed. It's dangerous. It's beloved. You were never the black sheep. You were the blue flame, the rare kind that burns hotter, deeper, more precise. That fire is consuming everything that tried to tame you. This is why you're losing interest in old friendships, why certain conversations suddenly feel hollow, why you're drawn to silence more than noise. Heaven is recalibrating your identity from the inside out. You're not becoming someone new. You're returning to who you've always been. The unveiling hurts, doesn't it? To realize how long you've worn costumes, how much of your life was spent earning acceptance for a version of you that was never true. But don't let that grief lie to you. It's not too late. You haven't missed it. You're not behind. You're right on time for the revealing. The same God who sealed you is now announcing you, not with a shout, but with a recognition. The right ones are starting to see you. The old rooms no longer fit, because you, chosen one, are shedding the shell. This is your reintroduction, not as who they named you, but as who heaven knows you are. And that name, it shakes hell when whispered, and summons angels when spoken aloud. The unveiling has already begun. You've been waiting for some loud moment, some angelic trumpet, some prophetic billboard in the sky to tell you, it's time. But listen closely. The trumpet is in your bones. The scroll is already open. The activation didn't begin with this message. It began the moment you survived what tried to bury you. Enoch saw a generation that wouldn't just rise, they'd remember, reclaim, and reveal. He saw them crack open like thunder, shedding centuries of silence with every step. He saw chosen ones moving through timelines like divine earthquakes, waking up bloodlines and shaking systems just by breathing in alignment. And chosen one, that's you. You keep waiting for the sign, not realizing you are the sign, the evidence, the echo of a prophecy that's already been declared in heaven's courtroom. You're not being activated, you are the activation. You don't need permission to rise, you need permission to stop hiding, and heaven is revoking your hiding place. No more shrinking, no more spiritual amnesia, no more apologizing for the way you move. See, feel, burn. You've been marked for this moment since before time wore a name. Since the stars were strung across the sky like punctuation marks in a divine sentence. Since Enoch was taken up and saw a scroll with your silhouette etched in the margins. That silhouette is standing up now. You can feel it, can't you? The vibration behind your ribs, the shaking that isn't fear, it's familiarity, the internal thunder that's not anxiety, but alignment. Your spirit already knows the script. Your body is just catching up to what your soul never forgot. This is why you've been restless, why the world suddenly feels too small, why mediocrity tastes bitter, why you can't pretend to be asleep anymore. Because the scroll has turned to your page and your name is being read aloud in the spirit. You've been speaking in riddles, but now your words carry reverberation. You've been walking softly, but now your footsteps cause atmospheres to shift. You've been dreaming quietly, but now heaven is saying declare it boldly. You're not preparing to rise. You're in mid-rise. Everything that happened was not detour, it was divine route. Every heartbreak redirected your anointing. Every delay was God guarding the door until the real you arrived to walk through it. You are not behind schedule. You are right on divine time. Enoch saw this. He saw the veils being torn, not in temples made by hands, but in temples made of flesh. In people like you who would awaken not just to their calling, but to their cosmic context. Your story is not small, it's scroll-sized. And you are now living in the sentence heaven never stopped writing. So listen again. The trumpets you're waiting for. They're already echoing inside you. You are the sound. You are the shift. You are the one Enoch saw. And heaven has already released your name into the wind. Now rise, not like the world told you to, not like your trauma conditioned you to. Rise as the one who knows you were always the prophecy. So now, breathe. Let this truth settle like gold dust in your soul. Let the names fall off. Let the timelines collapse. Let every false thing dissolve in the light of this revelation. You were seen before you ever stood, known before you ever spoke, chosen before you ever cried. The world may never understand what heaven hid inside you, but it will feel you when you walk into alignment. You don't need validation. You are validation. You don't need to be crowned. You were sealed. Let your breath slow. Let the flame in your belly glow steady now. No need to rush. No need to prove. Just become what the scroll already declared. And when the voices of fear return, because they will remind them, I am the one Enoch saw. I am the one they couldn't stop. I am the activation disguised as a survivor. I am God's
pay attention to the ones that go silent during your winning season. There were people in your life that were so loud, baby, they showed up to everything. They had a hand in just about everything that you allowed them to have a hand in. They was there to be a shoulder to cry on, and they was always around when you had something going on in your life. But the moment you leveled up, the moment you became the greatest version of yourself, the moment you started telling them good news instead of bad news, baby, that's when they started to go silent. That's when they started to show you exactly who they really truly are for real. A lot of these people showed their hand. They showed you who they were the whole entire time. But see, as a good person, a good-hearted person like yourself, you don't look for the bad in people, which now the world is completely different, and it has showed you that you have to set boundaries. You cannot walk around with your heart exposed to everybody. You know now that you have to protect your heart. And before that, you didn't even realize that these very people never wanted to see you succeed. Now that you have become the greatest version of yourself, you haven't heard from these people. They have not called you. They hadn't sent you no text message. They hadn't done anything to congratulate you because they have never wanted to see you make it to this level in your life. They have never wanted to see you being this version of yourself. And a lot of people, some people, I'm not going to say a lot of people because no, that wouldn't be true. Some people want to see you happy. They want to see you succeed, but they don't want you to do better than them. And this is family included. You got to cut people off. You got to cut them off exactly where they had you messed up at. When God steps in and he opens up your eyes to what's really going on, you didn't just start to see them for who they really truly are just out of nowhere. You have to know that. You have to know, and I'm here as a messenger on today to remind you that you started to see who they really truly are because God lifted the scales off of your eyes so that you could see the Judas in your camp. And I don't care who it is. It could be your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your grandmama, your granddaddy. I don't care. When God shows you who these people are, because a lot of it's not the people. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness and high places. It is not the people. It's not the person. But it is the evil entity that has taken over these people. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you with anything. Some of these people have a crab in the bucket mentality. They want to pull you right back down with them. They don't want to see you make it out. They don't want you to make it out because then that leaves a spotlight on them. To try to figure out what are you doing that they're not doing. People are already upset with themselves as it is. They are already miserable today as it is because people are really out here, and I'm not saying this in a mean way, but people are really out here and they're broke, busted, and disgusted because of their mindset, because of the conditions of their heart, because they are not submitting their lives to God. You see how the world is so chaotic right now? People are, this is the first holiday season that really doesn't even feel like the holiday season for a lot of people, but for children of God, for the chosen vessels, baby, we already know where our help comes from. So we're not worrying about doomsday. We're not worrying about what we got to do next week, next month, next year. We're not worried about those days because God has already told us to take no account for tomorrow. For tomorrow has its own cares. Tomorrow has its own worries. On the flip side, these are the type of people that do. They worry about stuff like that. They are miserable in their skin. They don't know about being happy and joyous. Even when, baby, we could be down to our last. We could be down to nothing. We could be facing all kinds of turmoil. I'm not even gonna call it turmoil. We could be facing so many hardships in our life, but people will never know it because we have God. And we still know how to create the best situation out of the worst situation. We still find something to be happy about, something to be at peace with, something to thank God for, because we still have our lives. We still have breath in our lungs. We are still on top of the dirt instead of being 6 feet under it. Baby, we find some way and some reason to be at peace with our lives. Regardless, everything could be chaotic and breaking loose in it, but baby, the enemy don't get us down. We already know the God that we serve. We already know But see, the people that are around you that can't stand to see your elevation right now, they can't stand to see that you're still smiling right now, they are miserable because they don't know how to lean and depend on God. These people don't know their own strength. They don't know that all they can do, they don't know that all they have to do is call on God. These people are so compromised by the enemy. They are overtaken. So this is why God has started to show you who these people are. He has lifted the veil on these people. You are starting to see them for who they really truly are, and don't ignore God's warning. Don't ignore what he is showing you, because everything has its due season. Everything has its due time, as it is with this situation. God is showing you because it is time. He is showing you because you're ready to see it now. All of that faking it and all of that, no. It is time to cut people out of your life. Before you even go into 2026, don't try to drag these people with you, because they've already shown you that they don't have your best interest at heart. They don't want to see you succeed. These people are at their worst when you're at your happiest. They are now silent because you are succeeding. The very people that should be clapping for you, the very ones that should be congratulating you, the very ones that should be making this a celebration because you have made it out. You have made it out of the place that they're still stuck in. And they should know that, whenever you've made it, God is in the vicinity. God, if he done it for you, then he can do it for them. But this is not their mindset. God is showing you who they are. Cut them off. I love you. You're going to be all right.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. Let's get another message to see what it is that y'all need to hear at the moment. As always, take what resonates and discard the motherfucking rest. So let's see what's happening for you guys, shall we? Now, I don't know what's going on, but someone might be trying to strategically plan their way back into your life. So man, this is when the trash man forgets to take out your trash, okay? They leave it in the alley. That's what's coming through, okay? So it's like the trash is still there. You feel me? So I feel like there is someone strategically trying to plan their way back. Thank you, God's green-eyed angel. Thank you, babes. So yeah, that's what's kind of going on right now. We're going to dive a little bit more into it, but yeah, you guys, the trash forgot to leave. So let's see kind of what's happening. Let's get it, And also there's something here about cleansing. So you guys might be in hyper cleaning mode. Okay. I know I've been. So yeah, let's see again with cleaning out the trash and I don't know, maybe forgetting a bag. You feel me? So yeah, let's see what's going on for you guys. Let's see what's happening. We have the South Node. Why am I not surprised? And we have Cancer and the 4th house. So familial things, this might be generational things. Hey, thank you. So yeah, big time Cancer energy, family, generational things. Okay. Mother figure. You guys could be dealing with a toxic mother figure. All right. Let me just fix this, the focus, You feel me? Fuck me. So yeah, lots of bullshit, evil eye type stuff. There we go. All right, something like this, okay? You guys might be dealing with irritating things like hell, today, what is it? I went to the gas pump and it was out of order and I had to go all the way around. I'm like, damn, just one little irritation after another. So I don't know who's watching you. Now, this could be your family member trying to plot and plan their way back into your life, or this could just be some random motherfucker. All right? But we do have Cancer and we do have the 4th house, so it is giving family. So I don't know if family is in regret or they're mourning the fact that you guys are elevating and they cannot come with you. Okay? So we're gonna see what we're dealing with, shall we? I'm not gonna try and be on here for an hour, but hey, I always have a fucking good time with you guys, so you know what I'm saying. It might be an hour. Let's just see what's happening for you. We have Flo with the trine and North Node Destiny. Like I said, so we have the South Node here, and then we have the North Node coming up. Okay, I feel like you guys are up in your North Node. Thank you, babes. And someone is stuck in the past, stuck in the South Node. So you guys are flowing and harmonizing with your purpose. I feel like you've already learned lessons. You don't need to go around back again, okay? But this ain't no boomerang, right? You guys have matured and gained experience, and this is aiding something. So I feel like this, whatever this is that's trying to come back into your life, is actually aiding you in your North Node purpose. Funny enough. Okay, so I don't know how yet, but we're gonna figure it out. Let's see what's going on. We have Cancer energy. So hella mother figure. Okay, grandma, mother figure, just a feminine energy. Someone might be in their feelings, or you hurt someone's feelings indirectly. Okay, cry me a river, oh, cry me a river. It's like you're detached. Oh, listen, you're detached. Okay, the way you can detach from things. Thank you, honey. I love you too. Thank you. So the way you guys can detach from things is scary. I don't know if y'all have some Capricorn, Aquarius energy up in ya, maybe even some Scorpio. Okay, y'all be cold as ice, just a kiss on her lips, and I was on my knees. So for some of you guys, this is an ex-partner. You guys could have had children with this person, okay? But someone's definitely in their feelings, and I feel like you have detached. So we have hella Cancer energy up in here. We have Taurus. So again, mother figure. I don't know why. It's given Libra, Taurus, Empress energy. So heavy toxic mother. Heavy toxic mother up in here. And I don't know if you guys are getting flack from other family members. Like, why'd you cut them off? Blah, 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 blah. Listen, let them learn their own lessons, honey. Let them learn their own lessons, because damn. There's reasons why you cut people off, and if people don't want to believe you, that's on them. Listen, all you can do is warn people about people, okay? You can warn people about their friends. You can warn people about other family members, but they're going to tell you you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. They're nice. They're this. They're that. Okay. 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 Let the fucking word. You know what I'm saying? You cannot blab in somebody's face until you're blue, and they're still not going to get it, right? They have to learn. They have to go through it, okay? So I feel like y'all taking a step back. Thank you, baby. I love you guys, too. Thank you, Donna.
Finally, a lasting weight loss solution that fits into your hectic schedule. At Fridays, we're all about you.
Thirsty, what is that? Thirsty or? Thank you, honey. But yeah, so you can talk and yap in somebody's face all you want, you know, and this is the thing. You could have warned a lot of people about a lot of people, you feel me? And they could have like, oh, no, you don't know what you're talking about. And you're like, all right, whatever. And then you may have detached from them, and guess what? Guess what, bitch? They should have listened. Oh, fuck, they would have saved them a whole lot of, it would have saved them selling houses. It would have saved him a lot of money. It would have saved him a lot of trauma, okay? Emotional damage, okay? It could have saved him a lot. But they didn't want to listen. So whatever, okay? It's like, you don't want to believe me? Fine. I ain't going to make you. I ain't going to make you. All right? Yeah. So we have Uranus energy here with Taurus. So there's that Aquarius energy. Someone is really, really shocked at how you've detached all emotion. It's like, listen, I could love you one day and then you don't exist the next day. Watch how you move. Watch how you fucking move, effortless bitch, you feel me? Because you ain't the one. You're not going to play with nobody, okay? Jeez. So, yeah, and I feel like a lot of people are finding out the hard way just how detached you can be. Listen, your love is a privilege. It is not a right. Let's just get that straight, okay? You guys are unconditionally loving, but that does not mean there ain't no boundaries, okay? You step funny, you do something weird, I don't gotta bless you with that shit. You understand that your love is a motherfucking blessing. You guys are generous, okay? And if someone want to be all sneaky and weird in the background, like, hey, that's on you, that ain't on me, it's a privilege to get to know ya, not a right. So yeah, let's just get to it. God damn. So I feel like, yeah, someone's in hermit mode. Hermit and the Seven of Swords, okay? They're introspecting, they're strategic. Because they're realizing, oh shit, collective wasn't playing. They're not playing. No, you're not playing, honey. Okay, and someone felt entitled to your love. They felt entitled to your money. They felt entitled to your time, okay? They felt like you needed to drop everything and come to them on a motherfucking dime. No, it don't work like that. Especially with this, it's a one-way type energy. It's not reciprocal, okay? So I feel like people are learning the hard way, and you definitely have some family members here, you guys, that are trying to poke and prod, okay? And you know what's funny is they want back in your life, yet they're still a hater. You're still a hater. So tell me why the heck they want back in your life, you feel me? You still hating. Make it make sense. You want to hang around somebody you can't stand? The fuck? Whack-ass energy, I'm telling you, wackos. So let's see what's going on with this flow in the North Node. The Sun, standing in confidence, 8 of Wands. You mean business. Let me just tell you. Let me expose some things. Let me tell you what's on my motherfucking mind. I see you. That type of shit. 8 of Wands, you could have said something that was right from the heart, and it could have been a little bit harsh. And this could have ended some things. Okay? Thank you, baby. I'm grateful for you too, trust me. I love each and every one of you. Sure do. But anyways, this ending that came straight from the soul, straight from the heart, it could have been a little bit harsh. Now, when we talk, you know, well, Megan, if it comes from the heart, it can't really be that harsh. No, tough love, baby. Tough love, baby. Sometimes, you know, you need to say some things, and not everybody's gonna, you know, be all, oh, you know, like loving and caring about it. Sometimes truth hurts, right? And sometimes you got to get some things off your chest, and it ain't always going to be pretty, but it's still coming from the heart. It's coming from the soul. That's how you feel about a situation, okay? And these motherfuckers are trying to tell you how to feel about a situation, which, ooh, drives me up the wall. It drives me insane. Like, don't try and tell me how I feel. I'm pretty sure that's me. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, comes straight from the heart, comes straight from the soul. It might not be like received in the best way, but hey, it had to be said. It had to be said, okay? So this Cancer energy, what do we got going on here with the feelings, okay? Hello, everybody. Hello, my babes. Yeah, 3 of Cups, okay? So these are people that you've been talking to. Friend groups, this is a group of people. So not only do you have one person in their feelings, but you got a whole group of them. Okay, and these are friends with these people that you've already, you know, spoke some truth to, got some stuff off your chest. Okay? Yes, you damn right you can't be stopped. Hell yeah. So you might have said some things to somebody, which is then being said to other people, like, oh no, collective's so mean, they hurt my feelings, this and that. Well, hey, what you mean? Obviously, something was making you feel some type of way. It's definitely okay to say it. Express yourself. You know what I'm saying? Damn, crabs in a bucket, 100% crabs in a bucket, right? It's that lack mentality. It's the entitlement for me. It's the audacity. You know what I'm saying? People that feel entitled to your time, entitled to your energy, entitled to your resources. All right? With no reciprocity. Actually, these are people you kind of help out in the background, and they still are ungrateful little shits. So, I mean, then you're going to cut the cord. Why am I going to enable that type of behavior? Hell no. That's love. That's tough love, right? When you cut someone off and you're not enabling their bad behavior and their addictions and their bullshit, that's tough love. You may still have love for them, but you ain't gonna be no pawn, and you sure the hell ain't gonna be no enabler. Hell nah. I don't think so. And also, this is your divine right to speak how you feel. If something is bothering you, you're gonna speak it. Don't matter how some Tom, Dick, and Harry feel about it. Cry me, that ain't your problem. I spoke my truth. And if you don't want to correct the actions towards it, or if you don't want to take accountability, or if you don't want to, reciprocate that empathy, then you have no place. No place. Because we are in 2026 and we ain't got time for that shit. Ain't nobody got time for babysitting people's shadows and people's egos. Hell no. We ain't babysitting no egos in 2026, honey. Don't care. Right? And you know what? That's divine power right there. Stepping up into your truth. Stepping up into you. Speaking up, finally. Because for a long time, you've been silenced, catering, walking on eggshells for the emotions of other people. Because God forbid. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. Yeah, hell yeah. Cheers to 2026. I do have my grape juice over here, but I cannot have a sip of the grape juice because it was a YouTube. So, anyways, honey, cheers to that. Okay. So this Taurus with this Uranus energy, I feel like people are coming to conclusions here. They're like, oh shit. Damn, collective knows their worth. They're actually speaking what's on their mind. Shit. And now that you're actually talking what's on your mind, honey, it's got people a little shook because, they don't know how to do this. So when they see you doing it, they're labeling it as toxic. Or they're labeling it as, selfish, Oh, you're just being selfish. Oh, they need help. How come you're not helping them? Because you did help them. They didn't appreciate that. And you ain't no freaking bottomless bucket. What the You ain't no bottomless bucket. You think that this is just an endless thing where you can stick your hand in and see what you can get? Hell no. What the fuck? No. And you want to know what's funny? Is this is probably a generational thing. They didn't know how to do it. Their mom didn't know how to do it. Their dad didn't know how to do it. But you sure the fuck do. And now they're all like, oh, the audacity. Oh, they're so toxic. Not understanding or realizing that the people that they're hanging around with are toxic as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But you're the toxic one. Because how dare you label somebody? Dude, please. Please. So anyways, this Uranus energy with Taurus, you know your worth, okay? You understand a snake. You can smell a snake in the grass. God damn. Yeah, look at this Emperor. Okay, so here we have an Emperor. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So you're standing on business. So somebody had the illusion that you wouldn't stand on business. Period. Three of Wands. Yeah, they thought that you were gonna fall for this illusion. Three of Wands. I can foresee it. Collective's gonna fall for this shit, and they're gonna cave and get into their feelings. No, you can foresee the illusion for what it is. The fuck, and you're gonna stand on business. You're protected, and that's firm. The Emperor and the Four of Pentacles is that you ain't moving for nobody. You're like a high rise in hurricane season. Unfuckwithable. Okay? Standing on business, not wavering, not moving. Okay? So that's what's going on there. And then we have the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Persistent little fucks, aren't they? They sure are. They can't, you know what? And they think that this transformation that you went through is fake. That you don't mean business. Honey, yes, you do mean business. And it's about time that they understand that, because you're not moving. You're not moving on your decisions. You make a decision and that's that. Finally, you're stepping into the season where when you make a decision, that's that. Okay? Because guess what? You're very intuitive, you're very empathic, and you've already looked at everything at all angles. So when you actually come to a decision, it's final. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Especially when people are trying to get away with things and trying to I don't even know, sneakily try to thieve things from you, steal things from you. Whether it be time, attention, money, doesn't matter, energy. Okay? You mean business this season. It's no joke. Okay? And they thought that you would flip-flop and do this and do that. Hell no. So they didn't see that coming. They didn't see that coming, whatever it is that they were thinking in their head. Wow, fuck, what the fuck? Now what? Now what? Now they're crying. Look we got a siren. What is that? What did they say? Oh, the wambulance. The wambulance, honey. Listen. And they definitely crying, honey. Okay? They're definitely crying. And you've got a whole lot of people all up in their feelings.
Out here, cold weather means more feed, food, and fuel to keep everyone fed and warm. We are here and ready with...
Because you're not going back on your decisions. This is why they're up in their feelings. Okay, and now I'm not saying that you're like really, really toxic and like, no, you're stubborn and you see one thing one way. No, you've done your work. You've done your questioning, your analyzation. You've given them multiple chances. No, we're talking this is the final straw and enough is enough. Thank you, honey. So that's what's happening. And now somebody is like shocked at this revolution that you mean business and that there is and will be a chance that these people will never ever get back in your inner circle. And I think it's kind of like clicking. Like shit, that's why it's so important to watch who is really in your inner circle. Okay? That's why I don't have a huge inner circle, honey. There's a lot of snakes in the grass. And then you cut the grass and they go and they burrow underneath it, thinking that they're hiding. Hell no. Not for me. Not for me. If I smell it, then the radar goes up. So as soon as you smell or detect some sort of sneaky ass behavior or your like alarm bells go off and your intuition is going off, then that piques your interest. So there's where that decision comes from. Okay, so my alarm bells are going off. What is this? Then you do some investigation, okay? And you're investigating and you're waiting for more signs and more intuitive downloads, and then bitch, you make a decision about somebody. So you're not just going off and making decisions about people just right off the hop. Don't even know them from a can of paint. Hell no. Your intuition went off for a motherfucking reason, honey. And then you do some investigation. It's called the gift of discernment. Okay? And it works through all people. So your radars went off, and then finally you got shown evidence and evidence and evidence, and then it's like, okay, well, the decision has been made, and I'm not going to be doing that. Hell no. So now these people are like, well, what do you mean? What do you mean? So they thought they were going to get away with something. They thought they were going to get away with something. Hell no. Like, who do they take you for? This is so funny when people think that you're fake and, oh, the gift of discernment and, oh, you don't know them. You don't know their character. No, but I know myself. I know my motherfucking self, bitch. What the fuck? You can go learn your own, go learn the hard way. Trust me, I've seen it time and time again. I've warned people, don't be dating that one. That's an opportunist, and then what happens? They lose their house, they lose everything. And then they're sitting there in their mom's basement crying, saying that they should have listened. Well, yeah, I told ya, the fuck? So they gotta learn the hard way. So you're sent into people's lives as well as kind of like a warning bell, a ding, ding, ding. Please listen to the collective, because goddamn, you're gonna go through some shit you don't really need to go through, but I guess you really need to go through it in the end. You know what I'm saying? So you got some people like really, really sour as well because they didn't listen to your advice, and then they ended up getting knocked back 5-10 years when that didn't need to happen because they decided to go through another karmic lesson and deal with a person or this and that, and they didn't need to do that. Now they're knocked back 5 years, and then they're in another 8-year karmic cycle. The fuck? That sucks. And then they get mad at you because they didn't listen to you, and now they're evil-eyeing you and all pissy because you don't want nothing to do with them. Sorry, I don't associate with idiots. Like, hello? I literally told y'all flat in front of your face. I'm not going to associate with that. Hell no. I ain't going to be brought down with you. Crabs in a bucket is right. If you want to go and do that, that's fine. But I'm not going to do that. You feel me? So you got people that are mad because they didn't listen to you. And now they're sitting there evil-eyeing you like you did something wrong. What the fuck? And you can call out people's character from miles away. Miles away. Doesn't matter how fake nice they try and be. Doesn't matter how fucking heroic and what this and that. Hell no. Hell no, honey. No. And you're very discerning, and you're also very reflective. So you're also looking on yourself and making sure it's not coming from you. Is this a lesson that I need to learn? Listen, you're very, very self-aware. Like I said, you don't just practice, what is it? You're not just speaking about like in preaching. No. You practice what you preach, which means you hold yourself accountable. This is why you have the right to say shit and get shit off your chest that really needs to be said, because you guys hold yourself accountable. It's not like you're just telling everybody this and that and you're not doing anything for yourself or holding your own character accountable. Hell no. That's the first thing you look at, is yourself. So for these people to try and tell you and get mad at you and this and that, fine. You take a step back and you're going to let them learn their lesson. Go ahead, learn your lesson. Not my problem. If you need to learn it the hard way, then I guess they need to learn it the hard way. You feel me? It is what it is. So you have an incoming offer here. What did I say? So these people are strategically trying to plan their way back in your life because your decision was final. Now they're panicking. You got family members panicking. And I'll tell you what happened a couple days ago. This sneezy, sleazy ex of mine tried to come on. Oh hey, hey. Fuck out of here. The fuck? I'll bet your ass. Hell nah. You know what I'm saying? So you got all these things coming up out of the woodworks. Why? Because you're finally standing on business, and you mean business. You ain't going back on your decisions and all this and all that. No. Let me reintroduce myself. And guess what? You're going to be the enemy in a lot of people's stories. You can't be liked by everybody, and it's not going to ever be that way, and that's why we can never control other people's perception of us. Whatever. Not my problem. You feel me? It ain't your problem. So you do have slimy people trying to come all up and back in here because you mean business, and not only that, you're elevating. 131 in the room. So 131's my God number, okay? So elevating, okay? And rapidly elevating because you're so self-aware and you're on this journey for you, and you mean business on this journey. This isn't something that you're just, oh, I'm on my healing journey and I'm No, you mean business about it. You're damn right. You mean business. This isn't a joke to you. Fuck no. This isn't I'm healing and this and that. No. You mean business. And that's shocking because people didn't think that you would mean business. What do you mean you mean business? What does that even mean? What do you mean? Now you know who's coming to my mind. Oh, what's her name? Frick, she's an actress. Oh, what do I do? What do you mean? She's so cute. I fucking love her. I forget her name. But I think you guys know. Hold on. See? Now they're willing to fight. Willing to fight in heavy competition. So you got people putting you in heavy competition. You're the one to beat, honey. You're the one to beat. Ain't that? And the funny thing is you don't gotta prove it. You ain't gotta prove it. That's the best fucking thing. You ain't proving nothing. You're doing this for you, and that's the best part of doing things for yourself and not for other people, is the fact that you ain't got to prove nothing. Hell no. Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence. I love her. So we have mutable energy, so this is adaptable. Okay? So I don't know who has to adapt here, but somebody has to probably adapt to the loss of you, let me tell you. Okay? And now they're willing to fight, or they're in very heavy competition. That's the funny thing, too, is that you... made you feel that way. One is accountability and one isn't. So what did I say this whole time? Taking accountability. All right. So these, you know, and this brings me back to another thing. Like, people will always try and tell you how you feel. See, it's not, unable to meet you at your level. So they're trying to tell you, well, you shouldn't be hurting. You shouldn't, like, be butthurt about that because, like, I didn't mean it this way. Who the fuck are you to tell me how I should feel about what you said or what you did?
Your job depends on reliable tools. That's why Harbor Freight is committed to offering quality tools.
Who the fuck? You don't have that right. You are entitled to feel how you feel based off of what people say and do to you. They have no motherfucking right to come up in here and tell you, well, you shouldn't feel that way for my actions because I didn't mean it like that. No. Hell no, bitch. What the fuck happened to fuck that shit. Like, I don't think so. You have every right to feel the way you feel. That's emotional suppression, and we ain't up in there. We ain't up in there. So this is what I mean. Accountability versus non-accountability. Okay? Self-awareness versus no self-awareness. So self-mastery over what others say about you. Like I said, it don't matter. Go be mad. Self-mastery. They can say whatever the heck they want to say about you. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Okay? This mutable energy is all about being adaptable. Okay? Adapting to changes and this and that. So then we have telepathy and communication through telepathy. So this is those motherfuckers evil-eyeing you and shit. Because they're mad. Mm-hmm. And they're unable to meet you at your level and you're feeling something enter your aura. So they're trying to they're trying to claw their way back in. And then they're trying to convince you telepathically to let them back in. They think they so sneaky. They think they so sneaky, honey. Hoping, wishing, praying. Trying to communicate with you telepathically. Oh, you should do this, you should do that. Blah, blah, blah. Trying to influence your decisions and stuff. I think Popular Loner actually talked about that with that parasite freaking one. The read that she just did. Parasites. This is what this is. Parasites. And that's so funny that she mentioned me in that video because literally a couple days before I had this weird download about parasites, which is so funny because then a couple days later she did that read. And I'm like, bingo. Right there. Bingo. So if you guys haven't checked out Popular Loner, go ahead and check that out, that video. Because that's going to be this right here. So these motherfuckers unable to meet you at your level, and they're mad because you're not wavering. You're standing on business right here. Emperor, Four Pentacles. Like you mean business. There's no. No, hell no, right? So, and you know that these people can't meet you at your level. They have no accountability, no self-awareness. They're trying to like shove it back onto you. Like it's your fault that you feel that way. No, take some accountability and don't do it again. And that's your red flag right there. Is if someone will continue to not take accountability for how they made you feel. If you don't like it, then you should take that into consideration. Relationships are not a one-way motherfucking street. It takes two to tango, okay? So if you hurt someone, you're going to take accountability for what you did, and you're going to try not to do that again, okay? And it vice versa. But this is a relationship where only one person wants to take accountability, and they want you to do all the fucking work. I don't think so. That's not happening. And it pisses me off. Fucking God damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bro. Says hell. What the? Jeez. So incoming offer. You got these snakes in the grass that want to come back around again. What's this incoming offer? Goodness. 8 of Swords. So this King of Pentacles. This, listen, and you mean business. There's this 3 of Cups. So they're all up in their feelings because they can't stick it in again. Ain't that some shit? So that's how you know you got the bomb. And so you know you got the bomb. Okay, this like you're standing on business, and no means no. Okay, so you got these group of people right here, all up in their feelings. So right now, they're all up in their head. They don't know what to do about it. Like I said, the Hermit and the Seven of Swords, they're trying to really introspect and strategically plan a way back in your life because you mean business, and they've never dealt with somebody who actually means business. So now how the heck am I going to get through those walls? Thank you, honey. McGoogle love. What? McGoogle loves? Thank you, honey. I really appreciate that. Holy fuck, wait a minute. Is that? Wow, thank you. You didn't have to do that shit. $500? Listen. I gotta stop and like shout you out, because damn, holy shit, thank you. What the fuck? I just lost all train of thought. Hold on. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Listen, much love coming to you, and I hope that you get blessed 10 times as much as you just blessed me. Okay? And I'm gonna send positive vibes your way, honey. And thank you all for any donation, trust me, but that one just kind of like, whoa. Okay. Listen, I appreciate every single one of you, but damn. Okay? Fucking hell. Shit. Okay, so listen. 8 of Swords. Somebody's all up in their head. They don't know what to do. They want to come all back up in here, and they're strategically trying to plan their way back into your life. So here they are thinking and ruminating, and guess what? They hit a wall every single time because it's not going to work. What are you going to do? Dig underground? They cannot come back into your life. You mean business, and no means no. So now they're up in their head thinking like, how am I going to do this? Ace of Swords, like, how am I going to do this? Because they mean business. I mean, yeah, you guys are standing on business now. Like, hello? Willing to fight for you. Now they got you in heavy competition. Like, what, 333 on the timer. So, willing to fight for you in heavy competition? Yeah, no thanks. I don't know who you compete with. 6 of Swords, no thanks. The only thing you're competing with is yourself and your own peace of mind. That's it. Everybody else's problems is not your problems. It's not, you know what? And these people still won't take accountability for why you even cut them off in the first place. They still want to play the pity party. Thank you, Damien. I appreciate that too. Thank you, buddy. But listen, for real though.
A bourbon as good as the people you share it with. The new Jim Beam Black. Worth sharing.
Movado is harmony. Design in perfect balance.
Oh my God, they don't even want to take accountability. So they're still playing the victim. They're still playing the victim. Well, you did this and that's why I acted this way. Well, you did this. You did this and then What? Honey. So no, you're protecting your peace. You're standing on business and protecting your peace. And guess what? 2026 is going to be your year. 100%. Listen, I've been getting this for like the last 3 months, is that the collective is on a big boom and a big ascension. Like fucking huge. Okay? 2026 is a huge year for light workers, earth angels, and healers, and all sorts of things. Okay? Or just people that are just on their healing journey. 2026 is also, what is it, a 10 year, a 1 year, or something like that? Cycles have ended and a new one begins. Right? So mutable energy, this is all about being adaptable. Okay? Yes, the year of the horse, and I'm actually year of the horse too, so this is very exciting. So we have a King of Cups here. This could be who you're dealing with. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, somebody that's in their feelings. Also, you're very adaptable when it comes to your own emotions. Okay? Because listen, I'm sorry you feel that way versus I'm sorry I made you feel that way. Accountability versus non-accountability. So there's something here about you being very adaptable with your own emotions. Emotional willpower. Okay? Also, there's something here about them not being able to sway your emotions. You're standing on business. It doesn't matter how you feel about a situation, you are choosing logic over emotion. I saw it somewhere in here with your guys' comments. You're choosing logic over emotion, and you're not going to be swayed or manipulated into giving somebody yet another chance when they cannot meet you at your level. Listen, you know you got 30 seconds, right? So somebody has 30 seconds to take accountability for how they're making you feel about a certain situation or something like that, or at least show some reciprocity in resolving the conflict. They got 30 fucking seconds, and if they don't, then they're out. You're not playing. Period. Because guess what? If they can't do it within that, maybe not 30 seconds, but you get me. But if they can't do that, if they're not capable of doing that, then they're not going to be capable of doing it down the road. So why would you want to fuck with somebody that is not capable of doing that right now and thinking that they're going to be doing it down the road, because they're not going to be doing it down the road at all? What is it? An apology without action is just manipulation. So no, I'm not giving you another 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chance. It's not happening. And that's how you keep your energy clean. That's how you protect your peace. They want to fight and put you in competition, whatever. That's a one-way street right there, because you ain't competing with nobody. You are not competing with nobody. The only one that you're competing with is you, and you're not even competing with you. You just hope to be better the next day than you were the previous day. That's it. So I'm sorry you feel that way versus I'm sorry I made you feel that way. Let's see what they got to say about this. What do they say? Here's the 3 of Wands. See, this illusion. This is why you're standing on business. Right here, 3 of Wands, okay? And then the 9 of Wands. So again, willing to fight for you. Heavy competition, protecting your peace. Okay? So that meaning business, this Taurus energy, you know your worth. Okay? You deserve to have somebody who's also going to be taking accountability. What you do for yourself and others, you know, you want someone to kind of match that. That's why this person or these people can't meet you at your level. Because if they're unable to do that when you are capable of doing that, then they can't meet you at your motherfucking level. And it's a waste of time. Because we're not doing that. We're not doing that. If somebody can't take accountability and they want to fight for it, so here we go. They're willing to fight. So they want to fight their cause of why they can't be accountable for their actions. They want to, oh, well, it was the drugs, or it was the alcohol, or it was this and it was that. No. Okay, so who put the hand to the cup, to the mouth, to the drinking? Did somebody make you do that too? Did somebody make you do that? No. Oh yeah, okay, so let me see. It was the demons. It was the demons. Okay, shut up. No. Accountability. And they want to fight for their cause. This is why you're protecting your peace and walking the fuck away. Because listen, I ain't gonna be doing that. Fuck no. We ain't doing that here, honey. Hell no. So they want to fight for this. They want to fight for this illusion, okay? And they want to be able to make you believe it. Believe my sob story. I only did this. Listen, I'll tell you another story, okay? You know, you bring groceries to somebody, okay? You be nice and they say you need groceries. Listen, Megan, I need some groceries. Okay, I'm going to help you do groceries. I'm going to bring you some groceries, honey. You go and you bring them groceries, and it ain't, they're picking it apart. You're just a fucking asshole. I didn't even ask for this and this. And so they throw the fact that you're going and bringing them food because they asked for it. And then they're going to throw that in your face and say that it's not enough, or I didn't need this and I need that. Listen, I brought you motherfucking groceries. What do you mean? You're trying to throw that in the face, and then you want to sit there and try and proceed to call me names after I went out of my way to help your ass get food on your table? I don't fucking think so. That's not how this works. And you cut them off. Now they're sitting there crying and wondering, oh, why isn't Collective helping me? I don't know, maybe because the last time you tried to help them, you threw that in their face. And then decided and proceeded to call them names. And then gossip about the Collective behind their back. After they went out of their way to help your ass. And it's not good enough? And you should forget what they said because they were having a few? I don't fucking think so, bitch. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Disco. Thank you, babies. You feel me, though? No. You can't sway this. You're not going to make me believe that I'm the freaking problem. I don't think so. And then they go and they cry to other family members. They're going and crying to other family members. Collective's not helping me with this and that. Oh, they left out a detail or two. Let me just tell you. Oh, did you mention the oh, no, you didn't, because you have no accountability. Absolutely none. Don't even get me going on this. And then you have other family members coming to you saying, why aren't you helping this, and you're useless and you're selfish and you listen, I guess you need to learn your own lesson with this motherfucker. That is not my place. You can go learn your lesson with them and see why the fuck I'm not helping them no more. And they want to blame you, and they have other family members and other friends and other people blaming you for why you aren't going to talk to them, because they believe their sob story, because they're on the same vibration, on the same level. And those are the same people that if you were to take the shirt off your back and go and help them, they would do the exact same thing, because they're snakes. And these snakes are vibing with snakes. So you're stepping back and you're going to let the snakes eat the snakes, Ouroboros. What goes around comes back around, and you aren't removing yourself from that. Hell no. So self-mastery over what other people say about you. What's this? Yeah, hangman, perspective. It's all about perspective. You're sitting and you're observing what other people are going to say. You're taking a step back, and guess what? Mutable energy. Pisces energy with the hangman. Adaptable, King of Cups, self-mastery. This right here, King of Cups, is a master over their own emotions. So you're going to sit back and you're going to watch what other people say. And guess what? If they want to say some things, and guess what? They're on the chopping block next. They're on the fucking chop. You're on the list. You feel me? So unable to meet you at your level. Okay, you guys, this is getting long, so I'm going to... Unable to meet you at your level. The Emperor, standing on business. You mean business and you mean what you say. See, these are people that will talk all day long with no action. No action. Okay? No accountability, no action. Unable to meet you at your level. You stand on business no matter how much it hurts. Knight of Swords. Sometimes you got to say what's off your chest. Get it off your chest. Yeah, tell some motherfuckers about themselves. Huh? And it's not toxic to do that, because sometimes people need to hear it. You need to tell somebody about themselves sometimes. And the only reason why you're in a position to do that, or to be able to do that in a non-toxic way, is because guess what? You hold yourself accountable. And sometimes you tell yourself about yourself. So yeah, you have every right to tell a motherfucker about themselves, because you do it with yourself all day long. Uh-huh. What is it? Don't talk to me until you sweep your own porch while your porch is swept. So yeah, you're going to go to other motherfuckers and tell them, okay, now it's time to sweep your porch. What do you got to say? They ain't got nothing to say, honey. So feeling something enter your aura. Someone or, yes, here we go. 8 of Wands. So this motherfucker, they're sending you energy and energy and energy. We do have the star though. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So I don't know what this is about. This is healing. Maybe, I don't know. There's this. There we go. See, there we go. There's the devil. I fucking knew it. Just listen. So they're disguising it as healing. Oh, I wish the best for you. No, but because guess what? The intentions is the devil. So these are people that are saying, oh yeah, I know, I wish them the best. I wish them this. No, you don't, because guess what your intentions are? You can't be sneaky. Not with me, you can't. Hell no. I can smell it. This is a fake ass demeanor. Fake. Trying to be the healer, trying to be this, and oh, and I'm so nice and this, and I only wish them the best. And all right, well, what's the intention behind it? The devil.
The path to better sleep starts now with the Sleep Savings Event at Raymore Flanagan.
No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. The Hermit, 7 of Swords, how can I strategically get back in their life? They're going to come and they're going to say, oh, oh, I'm so glad you changed, and all these changes are so good and so blah, 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 blah. Okay, your intentions are toxic, binding, no good. So, collective, just be aware. You got people that think that they so sneaky because you're generous and they want you to give to them again. Okay? Whether it be time, energy, money, wisdom, whatever it is, advice, or your intuition. Nah, toxic. Okay? So yeah, you guys, that's what I have for you. Holy shit, that got on a tangent on that one. Thank you guys for all your donations. I really, really appreciate it. I hope that helped you out in every which way it coulda, shoulda, woulda. And if it did, 77. Hello, everybody. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. Let's get another message to see what it is that y'all need to hear at the moment. As always, take what resonates and discard the motherfucking rest. So let's see what's happening for y'all today. The beach could be significant, or sea shells could be significant, darling. But yeah, let's see what's going on. Maybe some cleansing. A day by the beach, if that is possible for you. Okay, we have Aries coming out. And we have, Aries, Mars, and the 9th house. So travel, definitely. I'm picking up some travel for you guys. So I don't know if you guys are going away for the holiday. Action is here. We also have the moon, Gemini, and the 7th house. So bad talk. I heard bad talk. Okay. So leadership, action, belief systems. The Hierophant's coming into my mind's eye with the Hanged Man. So
without Headway, I can't imagine that I would ever be taking insurance.
To go further, to uncover the secrets of Atlantis.
Different perspectives, a difference in perspective. Okay, tater tots. All right, let's see what's happening. Double Aries, eh? Ooh, Mars energy. We're gonna see what that's about. Maybe you guys are self-starting. Okay, we have complexity coming through. Irritates, contradicts, misses the mark. And then we have the Numias. So someone thought they knew what they were doing, but turns out they don't have a clue. They don't have a clue. They missed the mark on you guys. Okay? All right, so someone may have thought that you were gonna act or behave or go a certain direction, but you actually went another. Something's very complicated. All right, well, that irritation. Okay. Clashing. Is this the clash of ego? Someone thought they knew something, but they didn't know nothing at all. Okay, Jupiter. So here's the travel. Wheel of Fortune, 9th house. Okay. So beliefs, luck. There's the Hierophant that was popping in. So you know a lot more than what someone gave you credit for. And somebody did not know as much as they thought they did when it comes to you. Okay. The 9th house. Well, heavy Sagittarius energies here. We are in Saggy season as I'm recording this, but so we have feelings. Okay, so foreign travel. Again with the travel. Travel is highly significant, so get your passports ready, darling. This might be in the new year. You might be traveling in the new year. This also could be some sort of spiritual quest, beliefs, benevolence, teaching. Yeah, like teaching is highly significant here with that Hierophant showing up in my mind's eye. Okay, let's see. So heavy Aries, heavy Sag. Hey baby, just wait. What's the complexity? So someone's irritated because they thought they knew something, but they didn't know something. Okay. This is also psychic abilities, though, so what's happening here? Okay, the tower and the moon. So someone thought they knew something, but they don't know nothing. Someone might have been in a very heavy bravado, arrogant about something, you know? It's like when someone is like very arrogant and like loud and speaking like this truth that they think they know so much about, and they're so certain, like say this is like a history thing or a history lesson, and someone's like, yep, this happened in this date, and they're all bravado and like arrogant about it, but really the date is wrong. Like someone was so sure about what they were saying and so arrogant about it. It's not even confident. Someone was like really arrogant by what they were saying, and it was completely wrong, like completely false. So we have the tower and the moon. Okay. Let's see, what is this Jupiter energy? Like again with the hidden aspect. Someone's irritated because they like hold on a sec. Like so they're shocked. They're shocked to find out something, that they were wrong, that they really didn't know something. With the moon and this mystery here. Could be about you or could be about something they said about you. What's Jupiter? Jesus Christ. King of Pentacles, we have the Page of Wands. So looking into things, this is creativity. Inspiration. Okay, so someone's looking at some sort of so this is teaching though too. Yeah, someone's taking a closer look at something. So looking into what somebody is saying, because someone's talking out the ass and they really don't know what the fuck they talking about, you know? And they kind of looking stupid. They kind of gonna be looking dumb, because I feel like there's people that are looking into things and what they're saying.
Movado is synonymous with modern design. Inspired by the sun at high noon.
And it's like, then we have the King of Pentacles on the bottom. So, okay. What's the 9th house? Okay, King of Cups, and here's the 5. So, regret. Sadness, regret. In this King of Cups. So we have a masculine here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, who's very sad about something. It's almost like someone was expecting something to go one way for you, and then it went the complete opposite way. And they was talking out the ass like they knew what they was talking about, and knew for sure, for certain, that something was going to happen. And then people are looking into things, and it's not true. So they talking out the ass, you know? Like they have no clue what they're even talking about. So it's almost like regurgitated information, where they were like soaking up information from other people and then just regurgitating it, but then putting their own spin on it so you look silly or make you look dumb, or, you know, it's like somebody talking to it's like, how do I put this? It's like somebody talking to another person about a specific topic or a specific subject, and that person, unbeknownst to them, is very well versed in said discussion or said topic. And this person that's like so like cocky and arrogant and like just spewing like they know what they're talking about in a specific subject, and this person who's very well versed is just looking at them like, yeah, buddy. Okay. You know? So it's like, you're looking kind of dumb with your finger and the thumb in the shape of a nail on your forehead. That's what this is given. So I don't know, like, And now you got something looking into it or some sort of inspiration. I don't know where they got their inspiration from, but yeah. Hello, Sophie doll. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, keep it a light secret. All right. So we have secrets here. Fifth dimensional soul. All right. Unable to meet you at your level. Okay. Feeling someone enter your aura. Self-mastery over what other people say about you. Okay. Sophie Dove. Yeah, someone had a lot to say about you. Oh, and then we have this ex's current just watching. This might not actually be your ex, okay? This might be just someone's partner watching you for some reason. Because I'm not really picking up an ex energy. This feels foreign. Yeah, we have the 9th house, we have Jupiter. This could be someone foreign to you, different cultures, different ethnicities, okay? They watching, baby. And they got a goofy look on their face, like they knew what they was talking about, but they really don't know nothing. Okay. And then I'm gonna use those after, so let's just kind of see what the fuck's going on here. God damn. Yeah, I just saw the tower again. So someone is definitely pissed off or irritated about something. Raina, what are you chewing on? Yeah. Unable to meet you at your level. Hold on, this one came first. We're going here. Okay, so someone's keeping a light secret. What's the light secret here? The Chariot. Oh, this is travel. Okie doke. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. So someone is keeping a secret about their finances. Okay. Chariot. This could be about a vehicle, hidden expenses. Someone is like maybe even putting up a facade that they're broke. Odd. Or vice versa, that they have some money but they don't have nothing, or they're putting up a facade that they broke but really they got some money in the bank account. So someone could have talked like they knew what was going on with your finances. Arrogant, calling you all sorts of things, saying that you this, you that, you can't afford to, you don't even have a pot to piss in and that. Meanwhile, you're sitting on $100K in the bank account, just chilling, waiting, you know? That kind of weird energy. Because someone thought they knew something for certain, but really they didn't know shit. And so this secret, I feel like, is coming forth, it's coming out with that Chariot. Or they're moving in a very secretive way. So that's why it's giving, like, because we have the Star, the 7 of Pentacles, so it's giving someone moves very secretively, very like you don't know what you got till it's gone. It's a big paradise to put up a parking lot. Hey, nah, nah. So someone's moving secretively, and that's why there's this other person, this King of Cups energy, this masculine energy, who just who didn't know exactly what she was doing. And there's the Tower here. So something came into someone's awareness, all right, because they were so sure that they were so sure of something about somebody, like their finance. I'm getting finances, like money, okay? And I don't know if they went looking or if they went peeping just to see, but they were talking like they knew exactly what they were talking about. and they didn't at all. And there's something here about you moving very, like, strategically, silently. Keeping things secret, keeping things hush-hush. Yeah, okay. Unable to meet you at your level. What's going on here? The World. 8 of Swords. So someone's all up in their head. See, this is that irritation. So someone's irritated because they can't surpass you, or you're surpassing them. They can't meet you at your level. Like, they feel, yeah, again with this, I love this card because, listen, I just love how this works. Boom. Something was very not noticeable at first, but it didn't mean that it wasn't there. Okay? And someone thought that they was either on your level or above you in some certain type of way, but they didn't see what, like, because you're keeping secrets here, right? So they didn't see what you had going on in the background there. And now, with that World, Wheel of Fortune, there's definitely something here about travel. So I don't know if you guys are traveling and someone's finding out, like, oh, you're traveling here, you're traveling there, like, you're having a good time, like, so yeah, keeping up with the Joneses. It's almost like someone's trying to keep up with the Joneses here. This could be a couple that's trying to keep up with you and, like, your partner, or you and another person if it's not your partner, or just you in general. You have a weird couple, but this is somebody's partner watching you, so it's like a third party. It feels distant. It feels like you don't know them from, like, you just don't know who the fuck this person even is, really, or you know of them but you don't know them, you know, that type. Okay, so self-mastery over what other people say about you. So this here, okay, someone thought they really knew what they was talking about. For certain, they knew what they was talking about. High Priestess, okay? But they didn't. So keeping that secret. So here we go again. And you know, when something is really, really hidden about somebody, there's going to be people making up all sorts of things because they don't actually know. So they're going to be telling all sorts of stories and telling all sorts of lies and this and that, thinking that they know something so confidently too. Okay, so self-mastery over what other people say about you. What is that? Temperance. I'm not going to take it, but it did pop out. And then we have the Devil. So this is toxicity that people are, okay, take it. So tempering yourself, right? This is toxicity, the Devil, right? We also have Sagittarius here. So this is giving on the wind. So news travels fast, word travels fast, gossip travels fast, telephone tag, toxicity. But you've tempered yourself away from that, or you're alchemizing it. You have self-mastery because, hello, you're very aware of who you are and what you got going on. And to hear the, you know, the whispers on the wind, so to speak. You're laughing. You're laughing because, like, you ain't even close, bro. You ain't even close to what's going on, really. But it's funny you think that. It's funny. Let me just have a little chuckle. Ha ha ha. So you're hearing things through, you know, whispers on the wind, and you're, like, laughing up to yourself because it's like, and that's irritating somebody. Like, because they think they know what you got going on. They think they know all sorts of things, but they don't know shit, and they just look like an arrogant ass, you know? Capricorn, Sagittarius, Cancer energies out here. Heavy Cancer. Okay, so yeah, you've got some sort of self-mastery over the toxic things that people want to try and project and say, and, you know, get all irritated and in their feelings. Yeah, this Aries energy. You could be dealing with an Aries. We also have Scorpio with the Tower, but listen, fifth dimensional soul, what's this about? Man, they could even be saying that you a witch and yeah, 7. See? Yeah, there's the toxicity, Kay. They could be saying that you's a witch, you the devil, you doing this, you doing that. Ooh, she a devil, she a bad little bitch, she a rebel. Okay? There's the toxicity. So 7 of Wands, 5th dimensional soul, boundaries. Okay, boundaries. And this is people coming up against you, accusatory. It's like this, you know what's funny too, is I just watched the Salem witch trials, which is on Disney, and bro, insane. So, you know, it's given that vibe, accusing, and you having to defend yourself, and it's like all of these people trying to accuse you of being some sort of demonic person, selling your soul. And they have no idea what they're talking about. And these are people that are like so dead certain. Like they just know. Yeah. They just know. Because of your high vibration. You're very high vibrational. You got the gift of gab. Naturally. And these people are like, they might have to dip into some things that which is the funniest part, because they're dipping into things that are actually very low vibrational, but they're thinking in their head it's high vibrational. This is what I mean about people don't know what the fuck they doing or what the heck they're talking about. Proclaiming gifts that they don't have, you know? Odd. Huh. So, feeling someone or something enter your aura, there it is, the 5 of Wands, trying to cause some sort of conflict, or they're in competition. We have the holy 5. Listen, you ready for this? We have the devil, 5 of Cups. There we go. King of Cups, 5 of Cups. See, here's that 9th house. So it's somebody who thought they knew exactly what they were doing, exactly what they were talking about. And then we have the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. So 5, 5, 5. Big changes. Now, if y'all know tarot, that's a fucking nasty, sticky, cruddy, low vibrational piece of peasantry type energy. And they thinking that they is so high vibe. That's the funny part. Is these people talking down on your name and spreading rumors and think they know what they talking about and this and that. This is the energy they're in. Low vibrational piece of shit. Hallelujah. You know? Wanting to call you the devil. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? And you know what? They feel like they're doing some sort of justice. It's like the Salem witch trials. They thought they was doing the right thing by God. They thought they was, you know, this and that. So this really giving the Salem witch trials for some reason, honey. You listen. All right, you're healing, loving ass. Okay, and you had to come up against this feeling people or things enter your aura. It's this toxicity. They think they know what they're doing. They think they know what they're talking about, yet they are on the most disgusting vibration that you could possibly be in. Jealousy, hate, judgment, what is it? Proclamation of knowledge. Okay? Like very spiritual ego, like swearing up and down on the Bible, like they are right man hand of God. This and that. They ain't shit. They ain't shit. They don't even know they're working with the devil.
Skechers has the perfect holiday gift for everyone. Hands-free Cozy Fit Skechers Slip-ins. It's a hands-free holiday with Skechers Slip-ins.
I kind of thought it was bullcrap until I used it.
The new Dollar Shave Club Razor. I thought it was bullcrap until I used it.
All right, take a look. It's worth buying.
So jealous, so competitive with you. 2223. So this is somebody who is definitely in competition with you. Definitely jealous, definitely sad, because no matter how many times they try and proverbially hang you, you slip out the rope. And then we got this. So somebody's current partner's watching. So I feel like this is that person. Okay, they watching you. And they with somebody. Obviously, they're with a partner or something here. It says your ex's current is watching you, but I feel like, well, damn, it could be. Like some woman, some man, I don't know who this is, but we gonna see. What's this? Your ex's current is watching you? Holy moly. The world, oi, okay. Alrighty then. Hip up here, cheerio. They're definitely watching you online. So I don't know if this is the ex-friend, ex-partner, whatever it is, ex-person. They're definitely watching you online. Very closely, indeed. Okay? Getting their inspiration online for this, like, slandering thing, thinking they know what they're talking about, but they are the most judgmental piece of crap I have ever felt in an energy. Proclaiming to be the goodest of souls, yet their energy is trash. Like absolute dumpster fire trash. Holy crap, who is this person? We also have the Ace of Cups. Oh my goodness. And the Page of Swords. So are they watching some sort of love? Like maybe you have a lot of people liking your posts. If you're not online, they're watching you like, oh honey, no, they're watching you. Even if you have like one post, two posts, or you're only on like a certain platform, honey. Or this is talking, emails, conversations, Page of Swords. But we have this Ace of Cups, which is a little bit contradicting. So I'm going to see what this Ace of Cups is about. Okay, Page of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. All right. Oh, damn. And there's the Tower. So there's the Tower and the Moon. So someone thought they knew. There's the shocking. So irritated. So someone's irritated by either all the love that you're getting. Two of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and... or no, the Ace of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. This is like getting some sort of accolades. Like this could even be money. Like you could be... hell, you could have your own online platform. I'm gonna just say it because I know readers watch me too. You could have your own online platform. All right, you got somebody watching. A lot of people give you love, okay? Somebody proclaimed that they knew what they were talking about. They didn't know shit. They had no idea what they're talking about, okay? Two of Pentacles, though. I gotta fix my nose ring. That's what I'm doing. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. They're watching you. Brand new. Acting like you brand new. And they're really trying to balance something out here. This is passion, too. Okay, let's just, because there's the Tower, so this is important. Let's see what's going on here. Maybe they're trying to steal some sort of sauce, this karmic female. Okay? You have like a karmic female watching you, trying to steal your sauce. Okay? And then we have this really sad masculine, or somebody here trying to like really balance out that Five of Cups over here. So feeling something enter your aura. There's the Wheel of Fortune. So I always think of the Wheel of Fortune as your aura because it's spinning, and your aura is always picking up things. So you could be feeling this masculine's energy over here. But what is this? Your ex's current. As long as you're happy doing it, it's nothing wrong. Insecure. Yeah, they're a try-hard and they're insecure. You're the luckiest person in the world. Don't resist letting go of the old you. You cannot trust them. So you're letting go of everything. And you appear to be like the luckiest person in the world. There's the Jupiter, Sagittarius, Wheel of Fortune energy. So it's making somebody very insecure. Very, 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 very insecure. Like, very.
like, oh my God. Oh my God, Lanta. Because you are the luckiest person in the world. They perceive you to be. This Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, like you knew you're getting a lot of like I don't know if it's attention or you're getting a lot of like, you're just looking really good, okay? And this person, whoever's watching you, is a very try-hard. They're a try-hard. They're a pick-me, okay? But why are they watching you? You know what I'm saying? I get that they said something, so what exactly is that tower? Because, okay, well, fell right on top of the tower, so I guess we're going to see. Using your life experiences to deliver a message. Tower. So God is using your life to deliver a very hard message. Okay, that's why they watch it. So God's pretty much using you to deliver a message to somebody. All right, I like it. I like it. As long as you're happy doing it, there's nothing wrong. This person's a tryhard, very insecure, and you're the luckiest person in the world, and God's using your life to deliver a damn message to somebody. What's this message you're delivering? Don't ever feel like you annoy us. Hold on, what's this message that you're delivering? Very balanced light and dark energy. You don't gotta be perfect. Alright. You ain't gotta be perfect. It takes effort to recognize your strengths and complacency to fall into your weaknesses. But you don't gotta be perfect. You're very balanced, light and dark. That's the message, okay? Just because someone's banged up a little doesn't mean you throw a whole life away. And that's the message someone's delivering, because they thought for sure that they knew where your life was going, where you were gonna be. So what's going on with this couple then? So someone, you know what it's giving. Someone was so quick to throw you away, and then they went and dated another person. And then this other person and the person that threw you away mocked you, made a mockery out of you, okay? Laughed together about you. Ha ha ha, I got the man, you know, all that crap. I got the woman, I got the man. You ain't shit, collective. You are never gonna be shit. Someone talked mad motherfucking shit. And then, on top of it, proclaimed to be the most innocent, pure soul ever. And still proclaims to be the most innocent, pure soul ever. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. You ain't nothing but a wench. And all these years later, they'll be coming around the mountain when they come. And now they're looking, and God's using your life to deliver a message. And the message here is like, you remember all those things you said? All the things you said, all you said, running through my head. Yeah, uh-huh. Look at ya. With your nasty. Okay, so that's the message God's given. So what is it? I shall build a table in front of thy enemies, or something like that. Okay, well, God's building a table, all right. And then some. News travels fast, so I don't know, whispers on the wind here. But, yeah, so what's with the couple here? Because, like, you know, maybe I should use the other one. I'll use the other one. Oh, unique friendship, yeah. Reckless or impulsive, yeah, using flattery, reckless or impulsive. It's not about the destination. Yeah, so it's not the destination, it's the journey. So someone already predestined your fate and stuff like this, and they didn't think that you was going to be where you're at, where you're doing what you're doing. And you alone surpassed these people. You alone. Yeah. So right over here, unable to meet you at your level. Oh yeah. But they was making fun of you for being beneath them. You know? And say they made fun of you or tried to make you feel insecure about certain parts of your body. All these years later, they looking like a sack of potatoes. And here you are looking like a fucking dime. A motherfucking dime piece. Oh, I would feel insecure too. Ha! You know what I'm saying? I would feel like that too if you said all those things and then all these years later. All these years later, you look like you frickin' 80. And you ain't nothing but 36. Yeah, stress will kill ya. Stress will kill ya. So, God's using your life to deliver a message. Remember all those times you were reckless, impulsive, talking crap on the collective's name, doing this and doing that? How do you like the nail? You know, collective. So, yeah, babes, you do have somebody here watching. And they are shocked. Shocked, okay? Absolutely. And you know what's so funny is that you guys ain't even on the same level. Spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. All of the above. And then you got this nasty ass energy. So make sure you're keeping up with your cleansing, because ooh, people are mad. These people here, these people, whoever this and let me tell you, this relationship, honey, yeah, here's this King of Pentacles Emperor. There's this guy, this man, whoever it is, they regret. And they regret it. Oh, the moon, because they thought they knew what they was talking about. Oh, they were so sure. And you want to know what's funny is they still had their yap agape. Okay, they were still running amok, still talking to you, or talking about who's stalking and talking. Okay, they still stalking and talking about you all of these years later. All of these years later, still talking like they knew what they was talking about. Looking like a complete idiot. Because now you have people saying, are you sure about that? Have you seen the collective lately? I don't think you know what you're talking about. That's why when I said this person's talking like they know history. Oh, yeah, I know the dates and I know this. And there you have somebody who's well versed listening to all this. And they're like, man, you don't know shit. You don't know shit, bro. You don't even know what you're talking about. And they're so insecure, and they think that you're some sort of devil energy, and they're proclaiming to be so pure and innocent, but they ain't. And the cracks begin to show. Their true colors showing for all the world to see. For all the world to see. And they can't even meet you at your level. So you're walking away. We have this Lover's energy, 8 of Cups, and the 2 of Cups and the Sun. 2 of Cups, Lovers. This is definitely given like your ex's current. Like we have an Emperor, King of Pentacles, okay, 2 of Cups, Lovers, the Sun. This is, and you know what's so funny is they mad now, because like, now this bitch, okay, she could have just ran you through the mud, right? Like really was on top of the world, that she got the man and this and that, and now all of a sudden, I don't know, man, but Her man got some wandering eyes, you feel me? And they wander in your way. And you want nothing to do with these people. Like, you know? Yeah, the High Priestess and the Empress. Honey, you be knowing. Queen of Cups, too. High Priestess, Empress, Queen of Cups. Oh, you be knowing. That's so funny. Page of, see, teaching. So God is teaching them a lesson. Here's the Page of Wands. So they looking, they creeping. Creatures like you. I'm the luckiest person in the world. I don't know what you ever talking about. And you are the luckiest person in the world. 8 of Wands. That's what Spirit's telling you, okay? Keep persevering because you got some nasty energy and you can feel it enter your aura, and it's these people that are so insecure, so mad, so low vibrational. Like, I'm talking the lowest of the lowest peasantry type, next to, anyways. Just very, very dark and disgusting. Like, honey, go wash your ass. You know what I'm saying? God damn. And your life, you are making them very, very, very insecure. Like, so insecure. This person could smell like onions. Okay? Like, I want to know why they're so insecure. Like, because they're unable to meet you at your level. And you surpass them. All the shit talking that they did on you. Ooh. Calling you this, calling you that. Ooh. I really want to know, though, like, why are you so insecure? Like, why are you even watching? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? Why are they even watching you? Because it don't make sense to me. If you really don't like somebody that much, why are you watching? You just doing it to hurt your own feelings? Like, I guess God's delivering a message, so it's kind of funny. But, like, you just doing it to hurt your own feelings? Because you ain't hurting the collective any. Like, why are you even watching? I feel like they're both watching. You know what I'm saying? Ha! Clarity. Ha!
Cracks, chips, or shattered glass? Don't let damaged windows or doors disrupt your day. Since 1972, Superior Glass in Malone, New York has been your trusted, family-owned solution for all things glass. For automotive...
Clarity. Truth. Revelation. Force, honor, protection, and power. That's why they're watching. They wanted clarity. What you mean? They're getting clarity. They wanted to see and laugh about where you're at. Welcome to the shit show. Okay. Well, they got their clarity. Let me tell you, they sure did. Okay, sorry, not sorry. Fake sarcasm, fake apology, apathy, forgive, make amends, harboring hurt or resentment, and they resent it. They resent it. Okay? Communication. Address concerns without attacking the person. Healthy, loving dialogue. Okay? Girl with popcorn. Little regard for consequences, making a mess, and not paying attention. So they were not paying attention to the words that was coming out their mouth. Like I said, these people thought they knew what they was yapping about. And people around them are looking at them like they are just the dumbest thing to walk this earth. And now they looking into things and they got their clarity. How's that? How do you like me now? How's that feel? Honestly, how does that feel? I bet you don't feel good. It definitely don't feel good because damn, they in some nasty ass energy. Let me tell you, they're heartbroken because listen, you feel great first. All right, raise your vibration. No shit, they need to raise their vibration. Heartbroken, deeply hurt and sad. Oh. Yeah, well, they got their clarity, so that's that. Collective, you keep being, God's definitely using you as a, little totem here. Uh-huh. Most definitely. And these people are going to be having to lick their wounds because, they are so salty. They are so salty, and they will never, three of swords are heartbroken, salty, because... I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. Oh, sweet justice, collective. And they will never, ever be able to meet you at your level because they are just too low vibrational. Yeah. They'll never be able to meet you at your level. And you're jumping through hoops, honey. One after another, after another, after another. You are the luckiest person in the world. And yeah, High Priestess, Hermit, what you know, your knowledge and stuff like this, God anointed you because of how you were treated and all of this and all of that. He put a special, special anointing on your life because of how people decided to treat you all your life. You had nothing, you couldn't do nothing but be brave and be strong and try not to crawl in a hole. You see that little Orby? Anyways, that's what I got for y'all. If it resonated, hit up that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Motherfucking Vibe Tribe, and I'll see you guys down below in the comment section. Bye for now.
Meet Basil Hayden Bourbon.
Bourbon on the rocks. Same for you?
Surprise me.
The Basil Hayden 75.
The bourbon born to surprise you. Basil Hayden, the one with the belt.
Power through the holidays with Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the #1 longest lasting AA battery.
It's a skooma. It's a skooma yuma. Hello, everybody. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. Let's get another message to see what it is that y'all need to hear at the moment. Reina. As always, take what is needs and discard the motherfucking rest. So, hello, everybody. Hello, tea time. How's it going, babes? So, yeah, let's do this, okay? We're gonna wait a second. Hold up. Let me just, hold up. Alrighty then. Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Let's see what's going on for y'all right now, shall we? Let's see, baby. Okay, so a couple things, darlings. A couple things. What I'm getting is that people are heavily copying you. But, it is what it is, you know. You might have some people like, they're kind of like mimics. You guys all know like those spirits, those mimics, okay? These people are kind of acting as mimics, but I mean, it is what it is. I also got the the phrase like, stay in your lane. So I feel like y'all are just staying in your lane, okay? I mean, it is what it is, baby. We can't really control the actions of other people, can we, darling? Can we? So we just maintain our flow. We maintain our mojo and our flow. So who really cares, to be honest? So yeah, let's just kind of see what's going on in the energy, because damn. And the attacks and evil eye, honey. Reina, come here. Leave Layla Bobela alone. You want to come say hi? Come on. Oh, there we go. There's a Layla Bobela. Oh, look at her toe beans. So cute. You're so sweet. Okay, so yeah, anyways, we're staying in our own lane. We're doing our own thing, baby. It don't really matter who does what. You feel me? Okay? Okay, Layla. Just, yeah. Watch that tail of yours. Watch yourself. Show me what you're working with, Raina. Leave her alone. We got a little bit of chaos going on here right now. Okie dokie. Time out, everybody. Raina, go lay down. She doesn't like you. Okay, I got her. Don't worry, Yuma. Okay? Yeah, all right. Leave it. Okay. Oh, we're playing. So this is what you could. Okay, mediating between, like, damn, these haters, because it's got haterade energy all over it, honey. They hate us because they ain't us. Ain't that right? You know. So you got people hating ya because they ain't ya, darling. I mean, flattered. Fucking flattered. Anyways, let's see what's happening here. Okay, gosh damn, we have Scorpio, we have Saturn, and we have the 4th house. Okay, so you could be making people jelly welly. We also have the 8th house. We have Virgo, Cancer, and Mars. Yeah. Okay, I guess I just heard you're the one to beat. You're the one to beat. You're on people's radars. Okay, so I don't know. Well, I mean, I do know, but I'm going to get into the message here because damn. Damn. Sally. Okay, Susie, an S name could be relevant, but let's see what's happening here. Raina, come here. Hey, get down. Hey. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Anyways, let's see what's going on. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, a Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius, or...
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty bagel sandwiches paired with $1.39 any size Dr. Pepper.
Or you could be any of these signs. Now, we have Saturn and Mars, so there is lessons, karmic lessons around somebody's anger, somebody's impulsiveness, okay? They impulsively do things that they probably should not do, okay? But here we go. What is happening here? My lovely... Okay, so we have Virgo, 4th house. Okay, so this is the 4th house energy. It's linked with Scorpio in some sort of way. I feel like because you're transforming and you're alchemizing and you're organizing something, it's pissing somebody off. Because who do you think you are showing us up like that? Huh? Who do you think you are? You gotta go and break all those generational curses like that. Damn. And you know what? You do it with style because, gosh, you guys look good and feel good and smell good. And you guys are all just all the goodies, okay? And it's rubbing people the wrong way. And I don't know why, but people love to put themselves in competition with you. I know the messages are repetitive, but let's be real. There's a lot of haters out there. There's a lot of haters out there, babes, you know. Y'all be a dime a dozen, and I think it's about time you realize that, okay? Because your heart is something rare. And that's unfortunate, because you expect yourself from other people. But it doesn't work like that, and I know it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. But you know what? Not everybody has your heart. Not everybody has your integrity. And not everybody has your character, darling. So it's a harsh truth. It's a harsh reality. There is a lot of people that are just emotional damage. Okay, they're damaged by other people. So hurt people, then hurt people, and then on so forth. But you are a gem. You are a rarity. This is why you've been placed where you've been placed. Because, man, you really are a true gem. It's just, you're not somebody that people come across very often. And I'm here to tell you that. Because there's just a lot of negativity and a lot of like just nasty ass energy. And it's like, what the fuck I ever do to you, bitch? I don't even know you. Like that type of shit, okay? But, you know, everybody's looking for a finger to point and everybody's looking for somebody to blame because nobody wants to take accountability because that shit is tough. It hurts. It hurts. And yet, here we are. Here we are. So you do get a lot of flack, okay? You got flatulence. So let's see what's happening. Oh my goodness, you know? Okay, so we have Capricorn. It almost wanted to come in reverse. Oh, I'm gonna take it in reverse. Okay, because somebody is not disciplined. They need to be disciplined. You feel me? They need a good round in the sack. I feel like somebody's sexually frustrated here. I feel like somebody needs a good... You feel me? Go relieve some stress. You stressed out, boo-boo. Somebody ain't got no discipline. No discipline at all. They don't want to do the work. The challenge here is that they have to do the work, yet they don't want to do the work. Okay? And they're creating tension in their own life because they don't want to do the work. Hello, fellow Capricorn. I'm also a Capricorn, but I'm not reading the sign. I'm reading the energy, honey. Okay, so don't think that this is you. All right, babes? But the energy of a Capricorn. So someone who's hardworking, you know, tenacious, disciplined, a little bit rigid a little bit, but hey, what can I say? All right? The fact and the point and the matter is the challenge here is somebody doesn't want to be disciplined. Somebody doesn't want to do the work. They don't want, they want all the blessings. They want all the accolades. They want all the praise, but they don't want to do anything to get there. So it's like, okay. Just somebody who's not really down to earth. They're actually so wound up tight. That's why I said they need a good digging. You fucking feel me, all right? Or they need that I don't know, man. They need some sort of release in their sacral chakra, because that shit is built the fuck up. And this doesn't even have to be what I'm saying, okay? It don't gotta be that way. They just need a creative outlet. And the fact that they can't find an authentic creative outlet, they're trying to mimic and copy. It's not releasing the pressure. It's not releasing the pressure. So the pressure is building, you feel me? And what they're trying to do,
the holidays. Beautiful, right? They are to her. Because she banks the chime. So she's racking up cash back and gets paid when she says. And those pesky bank fees, she wouldn't know. She banks fee-free. While building her credit stress-free. Look at her go. So don't bank the old way. Bank smarter this season through Chime.
is not working. And the pressure keeps building and building and building. And what do we got here? Okay, we have Pisces and communication. So someone's not listening to their intuition. They're doing it just for the money. So somebody's, their why is completely out of whack. So someone's doing things for, you know, the wrong kind of reasons to get the results that you want to get, baby. You can't be doing it for material gain or this or that. You got to be doing it because of the passion. The passion. And they're not doing it for the passion. They're doing it for the dinero, the money, honey, the fame, okay? They're doing it for all the wrong reasons. And not only are they doing it for that reason, but they're copying your ass. They think that if, I just mimic what the collective's doing in their life, then I will get the same praise and I will get the same this and I will get the same acknowledgement from the spiritual realm and I will be an all but powerful person. No. Take a seat. Take a seat. So let's see. My goodness, it could be the people in your family, really, honey. Because do you move, I move, just like that. You move, I move, just like that. So we have complexity, we have challenge, we have empowerment, okay? So your empowerment is actually creating some tension. There's that intent, there's that tension. Okay, they really missing the mark here. You feel me? They are missing the whole point of it. They think that you're empowered because of all of the accolades you're getting, because of the blessings you're getting, and that's the reason why you're empowered. And you know, you got the backing of the universe, and you know, you act this way and you do that, and that is why you've got all this power. No, bitch, no, that's not why at all, honey. Okay, you have the power because you don't need the power. Let's be real. You got the power because you don't need the power. You don't want it. So isn't that funny? So God will always give you what you don't necessarily want. You want the spirit. You don't even want all this like shit. You just want to be happy. You want to live your life. You want to stay in your lane. And that's it, honey. That's all you want. But God gave you the power. God gave you the spiritual ranking. God gave you the blessings. And God gave you the voice, the power, okay, of influence. Because you didn't really want it, honey. And that's the way she goes. Because you're not going to misuse it. You're not going to hang it over people's heads like, oh, look at me, I'm so powerful. No, you're not going to do that. So that's why you got it. So someone lacks discipline, okay? And they're irritated because you're standing in your power and they can't get there. They cannot get there. It is what it is, baby. It is what it is. And we have justice at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. I mean, how do you like me now? So they hate me. They hate us because they hate us. They hate us because they hate us. Let's see. What's this Virgo and the roots here? I mean, you have strong witchy roots, the King of Swords, and so someone is worried about this. The King of Swords, the Nine of Swords, damn, that's anxiety. Keeps on trying me. Anxiety. Family. Family, baby. Family. They're all worried. Okay, ooh, Aquarius energy's coming through. Man, that is some shit. Why do we have this here? Why do we got this? Aligned, insightful, discerning. Maybe perhaps you're discerning of people, so you're not participating. We stay in our lane. We stay in our lane. So you're not participating. Now someone's worried because you're not participating. Or they're worried because they're not getting the same results. Well, hello, follow your own North Node, honey. We ain't here trying to follow everybody else's North Node. Hell no, you got to follow your own North Node. Look at your chart. Look at your chart. And somebody's worried because they ain't getting the same results. Because they lack discipline. The challenge here is some sort of discipline, perhaps even in their own mind. Because listen, you're all they think about. You are all they think about. God damn. Like they asked me. Jeez. So what we got in this challenge? The lacking of discipline. Okay, the Chariot. They want to move forward. The Four Swords. Maybe they give up too easy. They give up too easily. So they look to other people. They look to, whatever's around them and whoever's being successful. And they try and do that. And then they give up so easily. Consistency, darling. Consistency. So they're wondering why. Because they lack discipline. They lay things to rest way too quickly. It's like, no, that's not going to work for me. It's on to the next. No follow through. Nine of Cups, okay, because they don't get, so I don't know why, but this person seems to think that you get results rapido. So someone might be Spanish. Okay. But they just give up. They lay things to rest. Then they go off and they try another thing, and they try another thing, and they try another thing. They copy this person, they copy that person, they do this, they do that. They lack discipline. And there's no follow through. Authentic follow through. You wonder why things aren't working out when you keep trying and copying and doing this and doing that, and then it don't work out. Because there's a lack of discipline here. Okay? What's this complex thing? So 4 cups. So yes, here. They feel left out. So someone's feeling left out. They feel like whatever it is that they're doing, they just don't feel good enough. And you want to know why they don't feel confident and they don't feel empowered and they don't feel the same way as you feel about what they're doing, because it's false. It's not from them, That's why there's this lack of fulfillment. Because it's not from them. That's why they don't feel fulfilled. Now, why do you think that people that go after revenge and, I want so much revenge because I'll feel so much better. But when they get the revenge, honey, it may be a very fleeting emotion where they feel, oh yeah. But then afterwards, do you still feel good about yourself, honey? No. It's a very fleeting emotion. It's very fleeting. It doesn't last. So somebody, they thought they would feel empowered by staying in the background. We have the Moon, the 8 of Wands, okay? It's like giving a mimic energy. Mimicking Tower. Shit. That didn't bring me the results I wanted. That didn't bring me the fulfillment I wanted. Now I'm irritated because I thought that doing this would make me feel good about myself, but it's not. And I'm stuck in my head and I don't know what to do about it because getting revenge and seeking revenge and copying and mimicking, it didn't work. And now it feels like crap. And it's not giving the same results. Having a temper tantrum here. Holy shit. You know, because they're refusing to do the actual it's like discipline. You gotta have like, it's like skipping steps, you know? I remember a reader said that way long ago, like 5 years ago. You know, you can't skip steps, bitch. You gotta go through it. You gotta go through it. The only way out is through, baby. Oh, you can't. There's no copy paste. There's no shortcuts. There's no this. There's no that. You gotta go through the work, the actual work, all right? It's like, you know, you gotta lay the foundations, honey. So these people, this person, they don't want to lay the foundations. They lack discipline, they give up, and they wonder why it's not working. They don't feel good about what they're doing. They're not getting that emotional, like, yeah, I feel good, I feel empowered, I feel like I can conquer the world, just like Collective. So they're trying to chase the feeling that you have. And I don't think it's really a feeling that they're seeing. It's the results that you're getting. Y'all be looking real good. Oh, let me just... You guys are looking real good. You're looking like God. You got God's glow up in there, you know? So, I mean, yeah, let's kind of get into it. This is not going to be a very long one, but you know me, I say that every fucking time. We're already at 18 minutes. So, bitch, I say it every fucking time. We'll see. Y'all too much fun not offering a rebuttal because they only seek to misunderstand. Exactly. I don't think too much. I just stay in my lane. I don't think too much. You ain't going to tell them about them. They freaking know. They know, baby. So you ain't even going to bother. You know what? Unbothered. Unbothered. That pisses them off, let me tell you. 4 cups. So someone thought they would feel a certain type of way if they got what they wanted. God's like, well, here you go, but it's not going to make you feel very good because it's not meant for you, honey. So somebody's trying to follow in your footsteps, follow in your exact tracks, not like putting the clues together that everybody's on their own journey and everything is very different.
A bourbon as good as the people you share with. The new Jim Beam Black. Worth sharing.
I'm Richard Geary, and I need your help to make a difference in the lives of countless deaf children in Pakistan. Let's make education a reality for deaf children in Pakistan and fulfill their dreams. Thank you.
So yes, people can use you as an inspiration. Sure. But an inspiration to follow their own motherfucking path. Bitch, hello? I mean... Holding on to hope, okay? Holding on to hope. What's this? Something perceived is not going to work ends up bringing the ultimate wish fulfillment. Hello, Reina Bobina. Okay? So holding on to hope, all right? Something perceived, they're afraid they're going to hurt you or you them, okay? So something perceived is not going to work. So maybe this person thought, you know, well, it worked for them. I didn't think it was going to work for the collective, but it ended up working for the collective, so let me give it a try. You know? We're going to see what that's about. How's this? Being with you or around you is causing difficult growth, but you're worth it. So you're causing very difficult growth in people. I'ma do it my way. Because they need to do it their way, you know? You're trying to, like... So you're being used as kind of like a pillar or an example that they need to start taking the focus off of you and putting it back on themselves. And figure out what works for them, because what works for you is not going to work for them. They can use you for inspiration all day long. Yes, I'm inspired because look at Collective. They're glowing, they're growing, and they're getting blessed, and this and that. And I want that for myself. Okay, cool. Figure it out yourself. Okay? I mean, how do I put this? Because people can, at first,
Well, if they can do it, I can do it. Okay, cool. I love that. If collective can do it, I can do it, for sure. But to word for word, step for step, clothing for clothing, copy, paste, it's not going to give you the same results because different energy, different astrological placements, different charts, there's so many differences. Like, this is why we're all so unique. Like, so there's like certain steps that they need to take in order to get where they want to go. But there's an aspect here where you kind of got to figure it out for yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? You really do, honey. Or else, you know, it's not going to be authentic to you. So being around you is causing difficult growth, but it's worth it. What's this? Calm your mind. Everything is fine. Okay, so someone could be holding back communication. There's always something. They're afraid, fearful, avoidant. Okay, they desire it, but they also, what the fuck, why? You read their mind in real time. Okay, so calm your mind. Listen, whoever it is here, okay, relax. This is not a stab at you, baby. But best know why I know you in here. Hit that subscribe and comment. You fucking tell me. You read their mind in real time and it's freaking them out. Well, calm your mind. Everything's fine. Relax. I'm just here to tell you I'm delivering a message for you, baby, because we got some cross watchers up in here. Relax. It's okay. Just listen to what I'm saying. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Fearful, avoidant. Okay, both anxious and avoidant. Relax. I know you got anxiety. Keeps on trying me. Anxiety. I'll give you some advice here, babes. And for the collective, don't worry. You can pass this on to the next motherfucker that you deal with. Okay? So let's see. Let's see what's going on. Shall we, darling? Sit down. Are you ready? Class is in session. Class is in session. So not offering a rebuttal. They only seek to misunderstand the Page of Pentacles and the Hermit. Keep your shit to yourself, honey. Whatever it is you're creating, you need to do some introspection. This is really thinking about something that you want to create. Okay? Keeping your business to yourself because people are going to misunderstand whatever it is that you want to do. Right? I know. Right? So whatever it is that you want to create, it's okay. So someone could be, you know, keeping something to themselves. We have the Ace of Wands, which is all about creation, right? Passions. So the first step is to keep it to yourself because not everybody's going to understand what you're going through, what you want to do. First step. We're going to get this discipline here. Right? So keep it hush, hush. Introspect. What means the most to you? And then don't say it to no one because they're just not going to understand. You know, God gives people visions for a reason and He gives them to you for a specific reason. So what is it that you are daydreaming about? What is it that you fantasize about? What is it that you really want to do? Okay? Sit for a moment and think about it. And let boredom be your process because boredom is part of the process, darling. You got to be bored. You think that anybody came up with any brilliant ideas? Well, I mean, they may have, well, but for the most part, their mind's busy doing this, doing that, thinking about this, thinking about that. No. Great and brilliant ideas come from sitting in boredom. You have to be bored. It's part of the process.
Hey.
Whoever invented this thing deserves a raise. I can't believe it's already 2025 and some people are still doing it.
Okay, so hold on to hope here. Hold on to hope. The Page of Wands, the inspiration's coming. Okay, so we're shocked here. There's the Tower. Hold on to hope. So what did I say about being inspired? So people are being inspired by you, collective, but they're hopeless because it's not working for them, because they're not adding their own pizzazz to it. And then they're telling other people, when they shouldn't be telling other people, they should just be hush-hush. Because other people are only going to seek to misunderstand. This is why you can't skip steps. You have to be okay with being misunderstood. This is why healing, like, man, you think it's healing, then it's the ideas, and then it's healing again, and then it's putting those ideas to work, and then it's healing a little bit more, and then it's implementing the ideas. Honey, this is all interconnected. It's not separate. Huh? You got to heal, then come up with the idea, you know? So repeat. So here, something perceived is not going to work, ends up bringing the ultimate wish fulfillment. This could be you. Whatever it is that they thought wasn't going to work, ends up working out for you. And this is Seven of Pentacles, because you put in the work. You did not give up. Nine of Wands, you put in them motherfucking hours. Okay? Look at her at her desk. You put in the time. Day after day after day after day, it built up. Consistency. Not this, oh, it's not working, so I'm going to stop. No, darling, no. Consistency. Even if the results aren't showing. Consistency. Don't give up just because the results ain't there. The fuck? You don't go to the gym once and then boom, you got the body you want. Hello? No. It takes consistency. It takes, like, you gotta be whether you want to or you're not. How bad do you want it? Hell, I remember 3 years ago. Did I feel like recording that day? Hell no, but did I? Fuck yeah. Consistency. And I didn't even know where this was going to take me, to be honest. I was just following what God told me to do. To be fucking real honest with you. This is kind of like, God's like, hey, do this. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I don't really want to. He's like, yeah, you're going to. I was like, all right. It's consistency. So being around you is causing difficult growth, but you're worth it. This is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is worth it. This big, idea. An opportunity for passion. Like, this is passion. This is creation. This is getting excitement. So being around you is causing difficult growth because somebody has to figure out their own passions, which is going to bring them their own ideas. Thank you, baby. If the collective shares their knowledge and wisdom with those looking for it and waiting to change, it will. Yes, exactly. Why do you think I'm here? Because I know there's cross-watchers up in here. And this is a message more so for the cross-watchers and for you guys to pass on, like, this type of shit, Or if you're dealing with people that are copying and stuff, this is kind of like, you're kind of cross-watching them. Okay, for real. But this is the opportunity. So you're providing difficult growth because somebody has to take a look at their own passions. Okay, what they want to do, what they want to create. You see the Magician and the Ace of Wands here? Pen to paper. So they can't mimic, they can't copy, but you're causing them to reflect. You're causing them. So this is kind of like, how do we deal with the copycats? How do we deal with the people that are, mimics? How do we deal with this? There's a very important, this is kind of why it's happening. If you're dealing with a lot of copycats or mimics or people that just, won't lay off your ass for 2 seconds, you're very inspirational. And I know it's not flattery, but there is a higher purpose. Okay, so being around you is causing difficult growth. Well, they have to grow. So if they want the prize, honey, they got to look at their own passions, what they're doing. What do you want to do? Not what the collective wants to do, not what the collective is doing. Raina, get down. But what they want to do. Because they're looking at you and all your hard work. And they're like, well, I want to do that. And they're worried and they're like this, and like, that's not working. It's not working. Well, because they're not following their own heart. They're following your heart. It's not going to get the same results because they're not following their passion, right? So so what is this? You're reading somebody's mind in real time. So what are you doing here? Because I feel like you're freaking somebody out. So they're Nine of Swords. Okay, so it's about this passion thing. Okay, listen, get your butt down. So here we have this King of Swords over here with the Nine of Swords. They're absolutely worried, honey. We're gonna get down, babes. Because you're reading their mind in real time. And you're freaking them out. Because come on, you're built for this. Of course you can read their mind. Of course you know what they do. Honey, I'm not trying to scare you because the cross-watcher. Whoever this is. I ain't trying to scare you, darling. I'm trying to give you some advice. Huh? Calm your mind. Everything's gonna be fine. You're freaking them out because they want to do what you do. They want to go where you're going. They want the results, but they have to. It's no copy paste here, honey. It's not a copy paste. They got to figure it out themselves. They got to stop that. They got to be bored. They got to sit with it.
So tasty, it could make Poseidon switch to a spoon. Holy divine taste from the Greek gods.
I didn't know then the path this adventure would send me on.
So, okay. So calm your mind. Everything is fine. What's this? The Nine of Wands. It takes some persistence. Okay. Here we go. Something that's perceived that's not going to work is going to end up bringing the ultimate wish fulfillment. So here we go with consistency. Calm your mind is going to be fine. We just need to remain consistent. That's okay. We're giving up way too early. Huh? It's okay that you need to copy paste that for a second. That's fine. Okay, whatever. Do what you need to do. Copy paste, babe. You're going to figure it out in the end. You're going to be like, okay, this is not working, but I'm going to keep trying and I'm going to tweak it to my authentic self, what I want to do. Right. Okay? So someone wants to give up because they don't feel like they're getting the same results. So someone's just wanting you to give up. So don't give up. And you're reading somebody's mind. So if you're talking to somebody and you're kind of getting the inkling, like, they're kind of like, and you know that they're kind of copy pasting what you're doing, but you're like, okay, whatever. So this could be a family member, this could be someone really close to you, but it's like, that they're kind of like doing that, but it's okay because you're like, all right, well, at least you started the process. All right, we're starting the process. Okay, but you're reading their mind in real time, so you are freaking someone out. So you could be saying things like, hey, you should probably it's not about the money, it's about the passion, it's about this, and you're kind of swaying the idea, and they're like, well, how did you know that? So you're kind of reading somebody's mind. So this is somebody kind of close to you, honey, that's using you as a big inspiration, but they're kind of coming about it the wrong way. They're doing it, they're a little bit wrong, but that's okay. Whatever. Everybody got to start somewhere, as long as they're starting. So here, what's this? Holding back communication. So they don't want to say nothing, honey. They don't want to ask questions, and you know what? Questions are all about learning. How are you going to know anything if you don't ask any questions? It's not about the questions, it's about the right questions. Asking the right questions, right? So holding back communication. So what are the Seven of Wands? Because they're defensive. Oh, I'm not copying you. Eight of Cups. So someone's getting real defensive. I'm not doing that. I'm not copying you. I'm doing my own thing. So they're getting very defensive, and they don't want to talk about it. Don't matter because you can read their mind anyway. So they don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I just give up. I don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. Oh. So someone's very defensive, very I'm not doing that. I'm not copying you. Oh, there's always something, man. So this person always finds something. Okay, what's this? There's always something, honey. Gosh, the Tower. Listen, there's always something to talk about. Let's give them something to talk about. Wheel of Fortune, Page of Swords, there's always something, okay? The Tower, they're really shocked. The Devil, okay? They wonder why they feel the way they feel. Okay, Rena, get down. So I kind of want to know why there's always something here. What do you mean there's always something? What you talking about? There's always something. Okay, cleansing. It's okay to let go. Oh, God, it's all right to let it go. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. Man, somebody needs to let something go. Because they keep trying. to do what you're doing and to, like, word for word do exactly what you're doing, but it's not working and they don't want to let it go. It's all right to let it go, darling. What works for you is not going to work for me, and what works for me is definitely not going to work for you. Everybody's got their own unique path and their own journey, and figure it out, honey. It's all right. You couldn't get me. Some people be trying to hex you and shit. It's all right. Take the loss. Take the loss. You know, it's okay, boo-boo. Go sit down. Prioritizing rest can feel like a risk because the normalcy of chaos, so somebody needs to take a break. Somebody needs to take a break here, because now they just get mad. So someone's getting mad at you. Damn, there's always something that they find. There's always something to talk about, and yet they won't talk about it. They get defensive. I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, and then they get all defensive. And then they try and find something about you, so listen, Jesus, Murphy. So something perceived that's not going to work out for you ends up working out for you, okay? Because you calmed your mind, you meditated, you let boredom sink in, you didn't give up, okay? So you're reading somebody's mind and it's freaking them out. So how is this freaking them out? Like, what do you mean you're reading somebody's mind? Because, like, fake account and blocked you. Oh, so you think you can't be seen? Well, I see you. I see you. Consequences be damned. Okay, so they tried to do some stupid redirection. They don't want to take the L. Somebody doesn't want to take the loss. Okay, so now we're really getting into it, huh? We're really getting into it, baby. So somebody's trying to get back at you. Somebody's trying to get you. And they're butthurt because they can't, and they don't seem to take the loss. They don't want to take the loss. All right? And they think consequences be damned. I'm going to keep trying. They're trying, listen, Spear's trying to redirect your ass, Crosswatcher. You feel me? Tower to the devil. I don't know, just take the loss. You feel me? It's a lot better that way. But consequences be damned, Nine of Swords, and now they're paranoid, okay? They're all up in their head. Because they're trying to do what you do, but they haven't been through the steps. So say, like, you're someone who's really spiritual, you're into spirituality, okay? This person, oh, I'm into spirituality too. And then they do exactly what you do, they try to do what you do, the voodoo, whatever it is that you do, okay? I'm not saying that y'all do voodoo, it just sounded cool. But they try and mess with things that they shouldn't be messing with, and then they try and feel this sense of power. So what they're trying, the why, there we go. So the why is a little bit fucked up, okay? Because you ain't in spirituality just to be, oh, so powerful. No, you ain't doing it for that, homie, okay? You did it for yourself, and it just turns out that you're helping other people. Huh? So it's just rubbing off on other people. So you're really doing it for you. You're doing it for your own healing, your own peace of mind. So you're not doing it for anything outside of you. It just so happens that it's helping everybody outside of you. That's how this shit works. So somebody is feeling a little left out, and there is always something that they're trying to find, they're trying to copy, they're trying to change, they're trying to do something. Okay, destiny swap, you want to name it, whatever. Okay, so they're trying all sorts of things, there's consequences be damned. They don't want to be redirected. So now we're getting into the nitty gritty. Okay, so just take the L. This is why you're not offering a rebuttal, because if you were to offer a rebuttal, you'd be so far up on your ass.
Need to know moment. Or your next. How will this affect me?
You wouldn't know what to do with yourself, let's just say. If you know, you were to retaliate, they wouldn't know what to do with themselves. Okay, so you kind of keep your shit to yourself, all right? You could offer a rebuttal, you could say some clapback, but you ain't gonna do that because you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Listen, this person's already got hurt feelings. They ain't getting the same empowerment that you are from whatever it is that you're doing, so they're a little butthurt. Okay, so now we're getting into it. Okay? And being around you, or just looking to you, is causing difficult growth because they want this Ace of Pentacles so bad, but you gotta do the work. But this person lacks discipline. So, it is what it is, honey. There's no shortcuts. So what's this freaking emotional avoidance? What's this? They're avoiding something. They went to extreme lengths to hurt you. I know that's right. Just take the loss. What are you doing? All this whipping up shit in the kitchen. They went to extreme lengths to hurt you because they thought that if they hurt you and then they knocked you down a couple pegs, it would make them feel better. Now they're all up in their head worried about things, and now they got spiritual psychosis and paranoid because their spells are backfiring. Honey, and now they're getting defensive, and they not talking. They are staying so silent. I never did nothing. They are holding it. They're gonna take it to the grave. Ah! They're taking it to the grave. They're so defensive. I didn't do that. No way. No, I didn't do that. No. Okay. All right. Yeah. Sure. Looking like you're fading a little bit. So we didn't do nothing. Oh no, I didn't do nothing. Bro. Okay there. Just take the loss. Take the loss. They don't want to take the L. What do you mean they went to Raina? What do you mean they went to extreme lengths to hurt you? This is what I want to know. The Four of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles. They wanted people to not give to you. The Ten of Pentacles, holy shit. So they went to extreme lengths to hurt your money, to hurt your success. And it didn't work, and they're butthurt about it. See, Four Cups, see? Raina, they thought it would make them feel better, and it ended up making them feel worse. Raina, cut the crazy eyes. And if you're coming for my dog, I got one for you. Because I'll tell you right now, little Miss Crotch Watch. Hey, hold up. Yeah. Listen, this Four of Swords and the Nine of Swords, you think it's bad now, baby. I got a little something to say to someone who's watching me. Not my collective, and not you know who you are. Honey, you best quit while you're ahead. You best quit while you're ahead. Because there's only so much bullshit that I'm gonna take. Yeah. And I can feel your heart beating 1,000,000 miles a minute. And I can feel your stomach drop. And I can feel you start to sweat. Yeah, I see you. So you best mind your own fucking business and get off my channel and go sit down and take the loss. Because I ain't gonna say it again. That's your warning. And you ain't gonna like what happens. So go be a little Karen somewhere else. Because I don't even know who the fuck you are. Rita. Anyways, back to business. So that's what you're dealing with right there. People that go to extreme lengths to hurt you because they can't be you. Okay? Anyways, we said our part, didn't we? You fucking feel me. So yeah, that's what's going on, you guys, okay? I'll take care of this little animal here. But yeah, you just got people that are trying to try you in the levels that they shouldn't be trying to try you. Because they don't know what they fucking with. And they don't know your spirit team, and they don't know your ancestors, and they're just butthurt because they are not feeling the same type of power. See, Ford. So Layla just typed in Ford. So 444, you're protected. There ain't no way that nobody can do nothing to you, and they're mad about it. So go be mad, go sit down, and take a time out. Huh? Raina? Okay, baby? So yeah, that's what you got going on there. So people can try you, and they ain't gonna say nothing. They won't say nothing. But best believe, I'm pretty sure they're out of here now. Because holy crap, did I ever make them heart race. Bitch, I'm fucking scared. Listen, I wasn't even trying to scare nobody. Just go sit down, honey. You feel me? Goddamn. Jesus. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys, huns, okay? That was just more for the cross-watchers and people that are cross-watching you. Raina, take a step back. Don't be doing that. Anyways, gotta go take care of this dog. But yeah, that's what's going on, guys. Goddamn! I love y'all. Thanks for being here, Fox. You know what I'm saying? So just who cares about these people that are trying to press your buttons, trying to spiritually attack you, trying to do this, trying to do that? They're just mad. They're mad because they can't duplicate you. They can't be you. And no matter how much they try, they always keep... Your spiritual eye will see them. And then you peep them. So they're mad because they can't get away with it. And now they know that you know. So yeah, my darlings, that's what I got for you. If it resonated, hit that motherfucking like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the motherfucking background. I'll see you guys down below in the comment section. Thank you all for being here. Just had to get that off my chest, you feel me? Because I ain't the one. I ain't the fucking one! So yeah, send it all my love. Bye, everybody.
Fuck these needles. Stab yourself in the stomach every week and you'll see the fat melt away, along with your collagen, your butt, and all of your muscle mass. Not to mention your bank account. There's a more affordable, natural way to get these results without becoming a human pincushion. Over 3,000 testimonials from real people have been flooding in for Umzu's Senslin because it contains the clinical dosage of one very special compound. A compound so powerful drug companies would rather you not know about it. Here's what makes Senslin a game changer. Dihydroberberine, the key ingredient in Senslin, has been shown to naturally boost GLP-1 levels, helping you naturally get the body people are injecting themselves to get. When your body's producing more GLP-1, you're naturally keeping blood sugar in check. You're craving less junk, you're using stored fat for energy instead of hoarding it, and more importantly, you're feeling better all day long. And if you're ready to start burning fat efficiently and skip the overpriced injections, this is your answer. Try Senslin now. Your future self will thank you. Click through to learn more.
Power through the holidays with Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the #1 longest lasting AA battery.
What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with another video. Join us now as we look at this week's edition of Monday Night Raw, as well as look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. As breaking news, Mick Foley...
Alright, I'm getting out of here. Keep in mind, if you're inclined and of the mind and feeling kind, you can now send donos my way. We're looking to raise money to begin production of issue 2 of SLED. And you could do that by sending donos my way via PayPal. That's paypal.me/glacier 8888. paypal.me/glacier 8888. Till next time, folks. Glacier out. Ciao. Yeah. Oh, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and ring that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I go live, LIVE, and send me donos, paypal.me/glacier 8888. Ciao.